Okay, that was stupid. God, okay, YouTube really, really needs to get their shit together, man. YouTube has to up their game on their streaming services, dude. This is ridiculous. Like, I can't start and stop a stream without completely resetting it and starting a new separate stream as if though it were a new separate video. Whereas on Twitch, you can just go live off and on with no problem. That's really annoying. So now everyone is still hanging out on the old link, thinking that's where it's happening there, and no one's gonna know it's here. Fucking YouTube, man. I cannot stand this fucking platform. There's no, like, no one gets it right. No one gets it right. YouTube sucks horse dick. Twitch is an utter dumpster fire. Nothing works. I fucking hate both of them. Neither are good anymore. But YouTube ekes out over Twitch just a little bit because they don't have, like, the most draconian rules ever. Therefore, it's slightly more tolerable, and that's why I swapped over to YouTube instead of staying on Twitch. So now I need to completely nuke this old VOD. I'm gonna make this private so, like, people don't go to that one. Whoops. Fuck me. And now everyone's here. Is it the wrong chat? Son of a bitch! Hold on. I have to... And also, YouTube does this shit too, where every time you reset a stream, it's a new chat window. So now I have to go into my streaming software and change the link so people are seeing the correct chat. There we go. Several donations. Jesus, I can't keep up with these. Thank you. For writing a 40-minute video essay on how bad Zesty Jesus is at streaming. It's not my job. I don't know the ins and outs of it. Like, this is the first time I've ever scheduled a stream, so I don't know how it works. Another $5. Where's $2 more? Oh, there's $2 more where that came from when you make the shortstop video. Fuck off. Oh Christ. Well, let's give everybody a minute to, like, realize that this is where the stream is happening now instead of the old link. How incredibly stupid it is. Ay ay ay. How is everybody? How's everyone doing? Is everyone doing alright? Is everyone doing okay? Guess you'd stay. You're stopping short? Fuck off. Everyone's doing... It seems like everyone's doing good. Good, fine, kinda tired. Yeah, I feel that. Baller. Is that a thing you can feel? Doing good. Good. It's good to see everyone's doing well. 12 p.m. for me, can't sleep, so I'm here. Well, hopefully, I can put you to death with some boredom. Oh my god, another donation. Drunk right now, this is my first donation. I don't care, thanks, man. I do appreciate that. Really. I need to do a slow mode or something, because, oh my god, it's going a mile a minute. I can't keep up. Like, it's actually impossible to... I've never dealt with this. I can't even read what's going on. Holy Christ. Can I enable a slow mode? Or do I have... am I forced to completely restart the stream again? I can set the chat to subscriber only? That doesn't seem very fair. That doesn't seem like it's like, oh, you have to be subscribed to me if you want to talk. I don't like that. It's just his reaction career. I personally don't enjoy reaction content. I don't get anything out of it. I'd rather just watch the content itself. I mean, I guess the workshop streams I do are technically reaction streams, but I feel like I give a little bit more than just going like, oh, this is okay, or this is ugly, and then move on. Like, I try to give feedback where I can, but oh well. Well, I guess I'll swap over to the main screen here. Get the actual camera going. Hi. Tell us you didn't watch the video yet. I did watch the video, so this... Listen, I couldn't help myself. I wanted to watch the video, so I did watch this already, but I figured I'd watch it again with everybody. More donations coming in, thank you. It's going so fast. I'm so sorry, I can't read the messages. £2. I heard the chat goes slower if you turn it off. I mean, that's fair. I saw someone gave $20. Thank you. But what I figured I would do is, I would watch the video again. As I mean, everyone here has already watched it, I assume. I mean, otherwise, why are you here? So I figured I would watch it again, and then I can answer any questions or provide context where people want it, I guess. But if, for those of you who haven't seen it, then we can watch together. And so I figured that would be the more appropriate way to do it if people want to do that. So I don't know. Does that sound like a good plan? Yes, no, maybe so. Good plan, maybe. More, fuck. Been in TF2 community since 2014. The attacks the new community are throwing you is absolutely stupid. Keep up the good work. You get used to it. Say you're controversial, not the most hated. Like, so the title itself, I mean, it's clickbait, right? But, I mean, it's in the nature of YouTube channels like this to, like, bait people in. And when you watch the video, it's not necessarily a lie. It's what perspective you have on who's doing the hating. In terms of the vocal spheres in the TF2 sphere, those are the ones that, like, really vocalize their disdain for things that I do. And that's, like, where you have, like, this very narrow sliver of, like, oh, yeah, this guy really does have a lot of heat on him. But, like, most hated in general, I think everyone hates that other guy more, that Venusian rapper guy, so... You're the most hated person that isn't some kind of sex pest or pedophile. Okay, that's fair. Now that I've said the P word, this video is going to get age restricted, so that's unfortunate. So yeah, that's a fair comment, Tom. I can agree with that. Oh my god. This chat, is there a way to slow this chat down? Is there a setting I can change? Can I put a slow mode, or do I have to turn off the stream again? Because I genuinely can't keep up. It's too much. Hold on, let me see if there's a way I can enable a slow mode. I have to Google it like an old man. YouTube chat slow mode. This better not be a fucking setting that I have to turn on before the chat, before it goes live. Of course, it is a setting that I have to turn on before the stream goes live. What do you know? Isn't that dumb? That's... Wait, there's an edit button here. Customization. Slow mode! Okay, there we go, slow mode. We'll put it on... We'll do 25 seconds, and we'll see if that helps. Alright, 25-second slow mode. Let's see if that improves things. Oh, that's way better. Thank God. Okay, I can actually keep up now. Alright. There. Now I can... Okay, maybe not. Jesus Christ. That was... it needs to be longer. Fuck! Okay. Can you tell I don't do streaming as a career? Christ. $20 again from Mr. Nathan. Been a fan of your channel for a while now, and I was curious if you were ever going to make a video discussing the holiday maps for Smith and Scream Fortress, as I think they've been losing their charm. I touch on that a little bit in my map tier lists. Probably not as in-depth as I would like. But it's certainly a good idea. So, maybe I will in the future. It's certainly an idea. If I can expand upon it into like a fully fleshed out script, then yeah, I could probably make a video out of it. Then I missed another. Was there a second one? There must have been. Christ in heaven. Do not short stop the stream. Are we ready? Oh wait, there's a list of things. Oh, look, there's a list of... Oh, YouTube has like a little menu thing that shows you people when they donate. Okay, so now I can actually read all the messages. Cool. Why would you get age restricted for saying the P word? Because YouTube still censors quote-unquote sensitive topics. Twitter's having a field day with this video. I don't care. Haven't watched it yet. Fair. Alright. Well, I guess we can get started. Do you guys want to start? Shall we start? I feel like everyone who's going to be here is already here. And again, I mean, I've seen this, but what I can do is I'll pause it, if I feel like something needs to be elaborated on, and then at the end of it, if people have questions, then I'll answer them as they come, to give context. I see your dono, Mr. Traveler. Hey, I've been watching the video myself, and I say it was good. It brings up getting better stuff in the game. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of all I wanted. Another super chat. Just saw the video yesterday. Didn't think I'd see you reacting to it, much less stopping by the stream. Well, hello. Hi. Start? Okay, I'll start. We ready? Let's go.
Blown out of proportion. Calling me a fucking misogynist, saying I hate women. Fuck you. I've got nothing against women. I've got nothing against black people. Oh, he said a mean thing to me on the internet. If I offend you, deal with it. You don't like what I say? Cry about it. Whine about it on fucking Twitter. Make a video about it.
Clever, I will say. Yes, I'm gonna be that guy that pauses it every 2 seconds, okay? Shut up. I'm gonna pause. I'll turn up the volume. I'm gonna pause it every 2 seconds, alright? That was a fun time when I was doing that.
Do video games ever make you angry? Whether it's an unfair death inducing some gamer rage, or just a general dissatisfaction with the game's direction or mechanics, I think everyone watching has at one point or another gotten upset at a game, even if it's one they're a big fan of. Sometimes your complaints are justified.
You're a boomer only now learning of YouTube
But what happens
features.
when your dissatisfaction for a product you once loved boils to such a point that you decide to take things into your own hands? Meet Zesty.
I mean, at least I don't act like that. Like, I don't throw a hissy fit and just start throwing shit around the room. Like, I think the worst I've done is, like, take my headset off and slam it on my desk a couple of times, but, like, I've seen people do some wild shit when they get mad. Crazy shit. Like, pick up a keyboard, slam it against a wall, pick up their chair and throw it at a TV. It's wild. Subtitles, please? Okay, I'll turn them on.
Jesus, whose real name is Joshua. Zesty is a 28-year-old Texan man who's been a huge fan of Team Fortress 2 and anime for his entire life.
I'm actually 29.
This video
it restarted.
stunts performed by
Go back.
Women. I've got
video game.
Sorry,
and
I hit a button.
anime for his entire life. Despite what you might expect based on that description, Zesty is not a morbidly obese basement dweller. He's actually an athletic man with a staggering 6'7" stature who works a well-paying day job as a geophysicist. Though he's mostly unassuming on the surface, Zesty Jesus' highly controversial online career as a Team Fortress 2 YouTuber has shaken the game's community to its core.
So, I got questions about this picture. Like, people thought I was on an oil rig. This isn't an oil rig. What this is, it's a drill ship. So envision a really big boat, except there is a drill derrick in the middle of it, and there's a hole in the middle of the boat where the drill string goes into the water. And we sailed this ship out over to the Nankai subduction zone, where you have like the Japan Trench, where all the really big earthquakes happen. And we drilled into the active fault zone out there, and we installed earthquake sensing equipment down there. And it's been actively recording data for a few years now. So it was actually really fun to work with these guys, and we got a lot of good stuff done. We were on the water for about 22 days. It was good. So just some context for that picture. And yes, I am 6'7". That is my actual height.
And serves as a cautionary tale of how sharing opinions on the internet can end poorly, even if you mean well, and even if those opinions are regarding a 15-year-old video game. Joshua started his channel Zesty Jesus on July 13th, 2016, just to post funny TF2 gameplay clips.
That was
later
a fun
moved
video.
To analytical video essays and streaming are what brought him into the limelight.
That video broke me.
Branding around Zes, his own version of the character Asuka from Evangelion. Zesty has not shied away from being attracted to this character, particularly due to her classification as a muscle girl, and he regularly commissions art featuring her. However insane that might sound, his older age compared to his contemporaries, his natural charisma, as well as the heavily edited and highly opinionated nature of his content made him easily stand out among the crowd of
Okay, listen. Funny. That was good. That was good. As weird as it might sound, whatever. Weird is relative. I like what I like. I can fill in more people about the character, I guess. But yeah, I like buff chicks. Oh no.
Other TF2 YouTubers, and helped him quickly gain a small following on the platform. One thing notable about his videos is his unabashed use of copyrighted content. Many of his big videos have intricately crafted intros spoofing anime openings, and instead of compromising his artistic vision, Zesty always opts to sacrifice his videos' monetization to use copyrighted intro themes. Because of this, and how passionate Zesty clearly is about the game, even having a tattoo of it on his shoulder, he quickly gained a
Yes, I do actually have a tattoo of the TF logo on my back. You can see it right there. It is real. I'm gonna get it touched up because the guy did a bit of a shit job, and I want to get it touched up and like have like some extra details added to it. So
reputation in the community as, if nothing else, an exceptionally honest creator. He would often talk about good and bad weapons in the game and why he likes or dislikes them, conducting in-game tests to determine their efficacy. With his real-world background as a geophysicist making him uniquely qualified, in presenting his videos as sort of science experiments with hypotheses and use of the scientific method. And even among people who didn't particularly care for the guy, there was always a degree of respect afforded to him for the clear care put into his content. However, on top of being opinionated, Zesty was more than a bit abrasive as a personality and didn't really have much of a filter. As you could probably guess, these qualities would go on to get him into quite a lot of trouble.
I know I don't have a filter.
One of the earliest major controversies that Zesty embroiled himself in came on March 19th, 2021, when Zesty posted a video to his channel criticizing a third-party matchmaking platform for TF2 called Faceit. For a little context, TF2 has been facing a terrible botting and cheating problem for years now, and Faceit's new matchmaking system, featuring its own proprietary anti-cheat software, advertised itself to the community as a potential solution. This was incredibly exciting to many in the community, including YouTubers who eagerly created videos about Faceit and promoted it as the future of the game. However, Zesty was more than a little skeptical of Faceit, which made tons of people in the community who viewed it like the second coming of Christ very upset. Zesty.
So there is a lot more to say about this that the video doesn't go over, but I'll let the segment finish and I can talk about it later if people care.
For advertising itself as a casual experience, despite being largely derivative of the game's competitive formats, for being deceptive about sponsorship deals they'd given YouTubers for promotion, and for having what he called a sketchy anti-cheat software.
I don't trust Faceit that much, and I recommend that you don't either. Need I remind you, back in 2013, another gaming organization was caught mining Bitcoin on YouTube.
Can you tell I recorded this in my closet?
Can
you tell? Buckled down in his position on Faceit, releasing another video lambasting Faceit and various YouTubers for what he viewed to be a violent shilling campaign for a misleadingly advertised sketchy service. Though he was noticeably calmer in this video, Zesty pushed harder on the angle that Faceit was being dishonest.
I hate how I used to talk, man. I hate how I used to talk.
The vast majority of popular opinions
I hate it.
Attention about Faceit.
It sounded terrible.
Either knew about
it's so grating to like hear yourself.
Indicating that they themselves were involved in
I never watch my old videos. I never do for that reason.
Are likely being sponsored or compensated by Faceit in some capacity.
In opposing the team behind the service and calling out other YouTubers who had worked with them, Zesty had made quite a lot of enemies in high places. And though his channel was small, the impact these videos had on Faceit's reputation was anything but. This led to Zesty eventually getting into a public spat with Faceit on Twitter, replying to a meme they posted to say, "Fewer out-of-touch tweets aren't going to save this dying platform." Then the company's social media manager, Shork, responded to Zesty's complaint with a "cry about it" meme, to which Zesty said they actually need to work on this platform if they wanted to succeed, but I guess they're just relying on their social media to direct more transient traffic to it instead.
Okay, so I will still stand by that interaction that I had with Shork as completely unprofessional. Like, this is the guy hired by the company to be like their social media manager, but I bring up like a legitimate concern as mockingly as I did, but then to say, haha, cry about it, like, maybe you shouldn't talk that way to your customers, and also not someone who could, like, maybe help direct traffic, right? Instead of saying, like, haha, fuck you, cry about it, I'm like, it's like, who does that? You would think, like, if you were being someone professional working for a company, you would even, like, you would, like, maybe take something to heart. I don't know, that whole interaction just was completely stupid, but whatever.
In the moment, some viewed this whole interaction and the offense Zesty later seemed to have taken from the meme as petty and ridiculous. Zesty's use of a stone toss meme for the thumbnail of his video criticizing Faceit drew the ire of some watchful eyes in the community. For the unaware, Stone Toss is a controversial comic artist who often satirizes sensitive social issues, often receiving the accusation from more left-leaning content creators that he is far-right or outright a Nazi.
Stone Toss is a semi-popular Nazi webcomic.
But since in this scenario Zesty was fighting against the company's rollout into this beloved game backed by huge YouTubers, this uproar he made about Faceit gained him a reputation as someone.
Okay, so quick thing about the Stone Toss thumbnail. So I think some of his comics are funny. Some of them are a little too far out there. I certainly don't agree or enjoy everything he makes. Like, he very obviously makes some comments or some comics just to elicit reactions. I mean, hey, it's a job, it's a business, right? But I particularly like the comic, like the whole like selling burgers like the whole selling burgers one, where like you have like the executives like how are we going to appeal to like younger generations and audiences, and then like they have this, you know, very I'll say left-leaning poster advertising Burger King, and they're like, "Are you sure this is gonna sell us more burgers?" And they're like, "Burgers?" You know, I found that comic really funny. So I took that final panel and I edited it for that thumbnail. Like, I made that thumbnail. Like, most of the thumbnails I have someone else make because I'm not very artistically inclined, but I made that one and I'm very proud of it. But what was actually really funny is someone on Twitter got mad at me, big surprise, and like, he was tweeting at me and he's saying, "Man, you've fallen so low in my opinion, like, in my view, like, you've fallen so low. How could you betray me like this?" And Stone Toss himself responded to this guy and basically shafted him, and it was a hilarious shit show. Like, it was so funny to see Stone Toss actually like dive into that Twitter thread and like and give his 2 cents. It was pretty funny, and all the while I'm like watching it happen, and I was just sitting back. I'm like, well, this is entertaining. And eventually that guy, like, angrily DM'd me and deleted all of his tweets. I mean, understandable. Like, it's not fun having an ocean of people suddenly just start shitting on you on the internet, but true story. I mean, maybe you can dig around and find those tweets that they made, but this was, I think, more than 2 years ago at this point. So, I don't know. Just an aside, and 50 pounds today is a diamond.
Somewhat of a consumer advocate for the TF2 community. He was willing to express his opinion,
by the way,
even in the face of outright mockery and derision by everyone. And despite Zesty's hostile approach definitely leaving something to be desired, Faceit's TF2 service has proven to be largely a failure, and has not hosted a TF2 game in over 6 months, despite his continued success on social media and heavy funding. Which leaves a case to be made that Zesty was right on the money about the platform's longevity all along. However, this was only the beginning of Zesty Jesus' shenanigans. Perhaps one of Zesty's worst mistakes was to do an AMA on 4chan's TF2 general thread, officially putting him on their radar. His use of the Stone Toss meme and status as a hardcore anime fan makes his use of the site not much of a surprise to anyone, but unfortunately revealing himself as a poster proves short-sighted. Of course,
been on 4chan since 2008. Admittedly, it's destroyed me, but I've been on there for far longer than anyone should be.
Of course, many in the TF2 general community quickly embraced and continue to herald Zesty as our guy, a real and honest creator amongst a sea of money-hungry phonies, as they put it. However, many other posters in the thread wound up noticing that, on top of being highly opinionated, Zesty had a tendency to get very mad at games, especially when he gets targeted. This marked the moment trolls decided to start stream sniping him and DDoSing Zesty.
You can never leave, baby. Once you're here forever.
Caused him to periodically retire from streaming the game from time to time. The annoyance this caused was the catalyst of Zesty's first cancelable offense. While venting in frustration about stream snipers in a private Discord, Zesty referred to those harassing him as mentally ill French T-slurs. This spelled trouble. By this point, Zesty had accumulated a surprising amount of attention for how small of a channel he was, and honestly still is. Him and his antics became one of the most popular things to discuss in the game's VG threads, and plenty of responses have been made to his more opinionated videos. Perhaps most notably was this autistic war between him and another YouTuber named Array7, where the two went back and forth making response videos to each other, arguing over whether TF2 had any future as a competitive game.
Okay, so yes, that I like how he calls it an autistic war, because it very much was. So like we have this back and forth, and then at the end of it, Array and I like just are talking in DMs, like, or no, like I think if I'm remembering correctly, we actually got in a voice call very briefly. And we were just kind of like, well, that was dumb. Why did we do that? It was pretty silly. Like, I mean, it was ultimately like an agree to disagree situation, but it was a really dumb back and forth. It was like oddly stressful and fun at the same time. But like we're both adults. We look back on it like, well, that was stupid. So it was enjoyable.
That being said, none of what's happened so far would even begin to compare to the next chapter in Zesty's career. Catching wind of these slur incidents and Zesty's growing status as a content creator, a smaller YouTuber named Wamo then out of nowhere produced a call-out video on Zesty Jesus titled TF2's Worst YouTuber. This video criticized Zesty for being transphobic, evidenced by his previously mentioned use of the T-slur, being ableist, evidenced by him—
that screenshot is talking with someone who is transgender, by the way.
I'm referring to a player he was mad at in-game as a mong.
Don't sit there and farm, you mom!
Oh, and if you didn't catch that, Zesty called JPEG a mong, which is actually a slur for a
So
mentally disabled
dumb.
person.
Being fat-phobic,
so
evidenced by him once
stupid.
writing that fat chicks eat their feelings. Being racist,
So
evidenced
dumb.
by 2017 tweets in which he wrote the N-word with a soft A. And being a bully for getting a pro TF2 player kicked from his game lobby for farming. This video went somewhat
Whatever.
viral in the TF2 community and had a massively negative effect on not only Zesty Jesus' channel, but Wamo's channel as well. And due to the massive heat it received, Wamo later renamed it to TF2's Toxic YouTuber. I guess he thought that was more palatable than worst. It should be noted that by this point, Wamo didn't have the greatest reputation in the community either. To many, he was seen as a sensationalist and clickbait YouTuber, with some even finding it
If people have more questions about all of that, ask me at the end of the stream. There's like a lot of nuance to that gets glazed over. It's just the nature of YouTube videos. Like you can't get all of the details out there. So if people have specific questions or want me to give additional context on any of that, then I will.
laughable that he saw himself fit to criticize someone else's content and ethics, given his history of taking sketchy gambling sponsorships on his videos when he was younger. His relationship with
He
Faceit
did
was
ultimately
also
relent
caught
on
into
that. He
question.
did ultimately
Zesty,
say,
being
yeah,
the
I don't
abrasive
mean to...
personality
He
is,
felt
of
bad
course,
about
couldn't
taking
resist
gambling
but to reply to
sponsorships.
Wamo's video with a stream,
I'll give him
briefly
that.
re-uploaded to his channel, and with a couple of tweets. To summarize, Zesty defended his language against fat women by saying that they were old private comments he regrets making, largely inspired by his own weight loss journey, and stated that the old tweet using the N-word was a reference to the Eric Andre show.
The first tweet was a direct quote
With
from
Lance
the
Reddick!
Eric Andre show.
With Lance Reddick!
That I tweeted out
The fucking
because
Lance Reddick
it was
episode! It's fucking
funny.
hilarious!
And then the second tweet is me complaining about a homework assignment. Apparently that makes me racist.
He also said that the pro player who he supposedly had
I
gotten
hate
kicked for
people!
farming was
God!
known by the server owner
It's
for
fucking the
causing
Lance
trouble,
Reddick
and that he was
episode.
booted independently
Warp
of Zesty's
speed.
input. Perhaps most interesting, Zesty called out Wamo for being friendly to him in private DMs, even acting like a fan prior to creating this hit piece that tore both of them down. Zesty also detailed the hate
need
he
a new
got following
desk.
Wamo's video release. He describes his personal phone getting flooded, and even briefly sheds a tear describing videos of animal gore and child gore people had sent to his work email. Wamo eventually
was pretty
removed the
bad,
video,
yeah.
citing the facts that both him
That
and
was- that was
Zesty had
actually
begun
really
getting
bad.
death threats and gore videos sent to them. However, Wamo's attempts to mend the bridge between them was never successful, as Zesty's perception of him had been irreversibly tainted. Wamo and Zesty have both failed to substantially grow their channels since this drama went down, with Wamo eventually leaving TF2 altogether to start a new channel, Internet Anarchist.
That
This
is
fresh
true, by
start
the
has
way.
been a massive
Wamo
commercial
is
success for
Internet
Wamo, with
Anarchist.
his new identity as a Sunny V2 type channel, and a well-publicized feud with Aiden Ross, helping him gain nearly 250,000 subscribers in less
Yeah,
than a
it
year.
is- it
But
is the
Zesty,
same guy.
meanwhile, has been left picking up the pieces of his part-time TF2 YouTuber career, dealing with continued harassment from not just 4chan trolls, but also trans activists on Twitter, all while managing his real-world job. Zesty has stated that since this hit piece happened, he has had his workplace targeted and withstood many concentrated attempts people have made to get him fired. He also claims that one of his harassers once left a physical note on his front door, and that he now owns a 9mm handgun for personal protection. Nevertheless, this newfound paranoia
Okay, to be fair, I purchased my firearms far before any of this happened. That was a little mistake. I didn't specifically purchase a firearm after this. I've owned it for a long time, so just to clarify.
It doesn't seem to have stopped him from speaking his mind in the slightest. For one, Zesty has recently engaged in a bit of a war against the game's community workshop. For those who don't know, Team Fortress 2 is a system
Shotguns are loud, but a handgun is really gonna do more. You can mag dump somebody, and that's all you need to do. Because, like, I mean, yeah, it's, you know, better for close quarters shooting, but if you miss your 2 shots, that's it. Because we have, you know, a hunting shotgun. You know, I'd prefer to rely on, you know, my handgun. And there's a laser sight on it, so if it's dark, it will assist in my inability to land a good shot because I'm a terrible shot. So.
called the Workshop, where fan-made items can be inducted into the game to be sold for a split of revenue between their creators and Valve. This has long been a great way for the game's community and its developers to mutually benefit from one another. However,
Why not a rifle? So, in the words of my father, if you shoot someone with a rifle, it will go through that person, through the wall, and then into the neighbor's house. And I don't want to do that. I would prefer something that would not potentially harm other people than the intended target.
However, in recent years, TF2's official support has taken a bit of a decline in activity, and its updates have largely dwindled to seasonal hat crates composed entirely of fan-made items, some of which Zesty considered to be of less than stellar quality or unfitting of TF2's art style. His most common criticism is that the creators of the new items add stuff to the game without taking into account the game's art style or being lazy through the use of clip art and stock images. He even started doing streams where viewers can send in workshop items to be rated by him. Zesty's crusades against the degradation of standards on the workshop has ruffled a lot of people's feathers, with members of workshop communities like the Emporium criticizing him for using his platform to attack and quote-unquote harass people.
They
much
really
less
do
popular
not
than him.
like
His
me.
rebuttal to this is that he's never intended or instructed
it's
people to harass anyone. Only
The Emporium really does not like me for a multitude of reasons, mostly based in sociopolitics. It's weird. It's a very weird group of individuals that operate the Emporium.
Criticize them on his own, and that anything is fair game for criticism when you're posting it publicly.
Not
and
all
attempt
of
to get
them.
it
Some,
added into
not
the
all of
beloved
them.
game and profit off of it, which TF2 community contributors tend to do. Since then, however, Zesty has picked up the habit of regularly clarifying to his audience that he doesn't condone harassment of anyone.
And I don't. Like, don't go bother people.
On
It's,
December
like,
4th,
really
2022,
shitty for you to
finally
do.
chose to properly address
Don't bother
the last
people.
of his allegations, being transphobia and a twit longer. I typed the word T-slur a handful of times inside of my Discord. This was in response to a group of cheaters / stream snipers that would bother me while streaming. It was a group centered on 4chan. They were also transgender. They were also French. I called them French T-slurs out of anger as a result. I also typed T-slur in regards to saying they aren't
No, yeah,
femboys,
I
and also
agree.
saying that at some point that I didn't realize it's
He
a
did his
slur.
research,
I also juxtaposed
which is
mentally
nice.
ill with T-slur, which led people to believe that I think transgender people are mentally ill. And I think I typed T-slur once when referring to a weapon name that contained the word in TF2. All of this was nearly 2 years ago. Someone screenshotted this, and it's been circulating the web ever since. I offended people by using the T-slur, which I do understand is an offensive word. It wasn't my intention to offend people, and I'm sorry if I did.
You sound
I'm not
like
transphobic
Freddy
in any way. I
Fazbear.
genuinely don't
What?
care how people live their lives, nor do I hold the belief that transgender people are mentally ill. I called this group of cheaters / stream snipers mentally
I know,
ill because I
it's-
believe it takes a certain level of mental depravity to go out of your way to stalk
I'll
and harass
answer
someone
them.
online.
We'll let the
However,
video
when people
play out.
began
There's not much
replying with
left.
instances of him liking posts from far-right provocateur Matt Walsh, Zesty's defense seemed to only make things worse in the eyes of the Twitter mob formed around him. I don't believe trans women should compete in the same sports leagues as biological women. I agree with Matt Walsh in that children should be treated very differently when it comes to identifying as trans. I don't hate trans people, no matter how much you want to believe it. The lengths you go to constantly hunt my profile
The
for
volume
this
of
is honestly
shit
disturbing. You
that
dig through my
one
likes and
tweet
follows.
got me.
It's not healthy to be this obsessed
My
with someone. Move
God.
on. If you didn't know,
My
invoking
God.
Matt Walsh might as well be invoking Hitler.
There's
on
a-
Twitter,
there's a
so despite
story
his
to
best
that,
efforts
and I'll
to
tell
convince
it.
him otherwise,
I'll
people
tell it
still widely
now.
consider Zesty a transphobe on par with someone like J.K. Rowling.
Actually,
And
no,
if
I won't
anything,
tell
his
it yet.
reputation as
There's
such is worse
more
than
stuff
ever
that you need to
before.
see first. Just wait.
To many who feel upset with the modern state of TF2, Zesty Jesus remains an underdog champion, but through his brashness and his habit of feeding trolls, he's also quickly become a punching bag for many of the game's popular community figures. He routinely gets mocked by content creators several times bigger than him, such as Soundsmith ratioing him with a trans rights image, and Uncle Dane commenting on a compilation of him
Yeah,
getting stream
there's a
sniped
story
with
to that.
LOL. Solarlight, a TF2 YouTuber with a sub count over double that of Zesty's, tweets about him constantly, and even once ran a campaign to get him suspended from Twitter.
Also
and he's
true.
often ruthlessly mocked by thousands of others on the platform, despite his attempts to defend himself and apologize for his wrongdoings. This post he made lamenting on the removal of the image spray system was brigaded by people calling him a Nazi and a porn addict. And in general, making fun of Zesty has become one of the community's favorite
So
pastimes.
dumb.
That's always guaranteed to bring laughs, no matter how far you take it. This user made it to the front page of the TF2 Reddit by spending $100 to display a message to everyone playing the game at one time that Zesty Jesus sucks and trans rights. Or how about people making fake AI apology videos by cloning his voice? The
This
lengths people
shit.
go to shit on him, honestly.
That shit is wild. People are like, how can I say this without like being weird? So one thing, right, is you spent $100 for something so it was people from the Emporium, by the way. Some individuals from the TF2 Emporium pooled some money together and they paid for that ring and then made that happen. Right? And then, so there's that, and then there's this AI video, right? People are so desperate for me to say what they want me to say that they will pay money to get a piece of AI software and, like, play make-believe with my voice to, like, make me say what they want me to say. That's very disturbing to me that people will go to such lengths to get that, right? It's just really strange. It's creepy, yeah. It's really creepy and disturbing. It's just And they saw this as like some big epic own. If anything, it's like, dude, that's just fucking weird, man. Go outside, see the sun. Like, the whole touch grass argument, but seriously, get some vitamin D. Maybe go get a milkshake and hang out, like, on a park bench for a while. It's like...
sometimes gets a little bit creepy. Zesty's streaming
Thank you,
audience
Tom.
is
I
pretty
agree,
humble,
creepy.
but he seems to sometimes have a habit of not realizing who might be listening. And, well, when you're a public figure, you kind of have to be worried. He has a lot of hate watchers who constantly clip him to try and get him in trouble anytime he makes a small remark about another creator he might not like. They claim Zesty is commanding waves of targeted harassment, despite the fact that his Twitch usually only broadcasts to about 100 viewers at a time.
So, in the quote of Solarlight, I swing my audience like a mace at people I don't like. Meanwhile, all of this. Soak that in. Soak that in for a moment.
He's now attempted to change gears in his videos about TF2 item submissions, focusing more on praising good community-made items rather than tearing down bad ones, but that doesn't seem to have had any effect on his reputation. Most recently, he's taken a stand defending decals in-game. Basically, TF2 has a system where you can upload user-made images to the game and put them on certain items, such as a melee weapon sign
or maybe it was
or
a flail.
badge worn on
It was
your
either a
character's
mace or a
chest.
flail.
There's recently been tons of talk in the community about how these sorts of things should be removed due to the fact they are sometimes used to display hate symbols. In response to this trend, Zesty did a whole video in June defending this feature's existence and pointing out that, though he is in support of a toggle to disable displaying them for streamers, removing decals altogether would be kind of silly since they've existed for over a decade now, and are
Such a dumb video. I don't understand what... I forget his name. The Shark Boy who made the original decal video. I don't know what was going through his head that he would think people would even be remotely receptive to the ideas he was conveying in that video. I don't understand why he thought that was a good idea. Like, I didn't even need to do anything. Like, the video was already bombing without me saying anything, because people could immediately recognize just how asinine all of the arguments were in that video. But I had to drive the point home, because, like I said, all of the really good arguments to that video were buried in the depths of a comment section. And I felt like I had to bring all of those to the forefront. Really, you guys made that video for me, honestly. Like, the entirety of that comment section wrote the script for that video. Like, you made that one possible. I just took all of those ideas and put them together into a coherent string. Into a nice script, right? I polished everything up, but all the ideas came from you guys. So... and I just wanted to, like, bring all those ideas to the forefront, like, hey, that's really fucking dumb. Your arguments are just ridiculous. And I felt the need to shut that down, so...
pretty well-established part of the game. Overall, it doesn't seem like Zesty's planning to stop ruffling feathers anytime soon. However, despite this hate he gets, and the hate that people claim he's responsible for, there's a case to be made that on top of having one of the most memorable runs in the TF2 community, Zesty has also maybe had more of a positive impact on the game than most other TF2 YouTubers. People in the TF2 community have loved to criticize and call Zesty's maturity into question ever since he began expressing opinions about the ecosystem and community surrounding the game. But the workshop content in-game has gotten measurably better since he started his tirade against it. And some have even pointed out the facts that items he specifically praises have often been getting added. In a video released shortly before the Smithmas 2022 update, he specifically showcased 6 cosmetics, all of which were then added to the game just a couple of weeks later. In the midst of this video being made, the summer 2023 update also released, featuring one of the most slick weapon war paint cases the game has seen in a long time.
So, like, I didn't make better cosmetics happen. Like, I didn't make that happen. So what happened is I promoted items, I showed things that I liked, and then people went out of their way to upvote those items, and all of those items got bumped on the workshop, and then Valve saw those, they didn't have to dig very deep, and then they just picked those items. So again, that's another instance of everyone else making positive changes happen instead of me. Like, I'll certainly own that I was, like, the catalyst for all of this, because really nobody before myself was talking about just how fucking awful items were getting in TF2, or just, like, the absolute decline of content. Like, I'm the catalyst, I acknowledge that, but everyone else went out of their way to, you know, speak their mind, speak with their mouths and their wallets, vote for shit on the workshop, not buy the garbage, not to promote the garbage, and we got better stuff, because that's how it works, right? You don't buy it, they go, oh shit, something's wrong, we should probably change what we're doing, and then boom, it got fixed. So thank you for, like, going out of your way to, like, actually make positive changes happen. It's not a one-man show. It never is.
Which some members of the Emporium have blasted for being too safe and dubbed the Zesty Jesus collection. This suggests
Ah, God. Hey, man, if my name's associated with that Warpaint case, I see that as a compliment. I don't see that as an insult, man.
that the attention Zesty directs towards items he likes is actually having an impact on what gets added in the game, which is more than can be said of a lot of other creators. Additionally, the Smith's 2022 case is widely considered to be one of the best the game has received in years. There's no way around it. Despite the torrential hate and harassment he and his family gets for it, Zesty's policy of publicly dissuading bad cosmetics and affirming good ones seems to be doing good for the game. His impulse to explain himself does often dig his hole deeper. But all in all, he's for better or for worse definitely one of the most interesting people to come out of the scene, and has become one of the most notable creators in the TF2 community in a very long time. He's definitely done a lot of brash and easy to criticize things, and there's no denying he often puts himself in the line of fire by expressing his opinions so flagrantly. And frankly, he makes himself a pretty big target with his weird anime branding. Like, bro, what is this? You didn't need to do this.
Don't dog on me,
Zesty
man.
As a desperate lolcow or just an interesting online personality.
Don't dog
You should go
on me,
without saying
come on.
that no one is deserving of having their workplace contacted and being harassed in the real world over video game opinions and old tweets and Discord messages. Getting mean comments on your ugly Vor Pride TF2 skin doesn't constitute harassment either. I've been Jerky Jom, and until next time, squeeze me a bone.
There you go. That is the video. So, yeah. So, okay, I guess I'll answer that. So, I guess context time for people that are interested. So, the whole Soundsmith thing, alright, so, to give the full story on that, what happened is, I made that tweet where I said what I said. I'm not gonna repeat it because YouTube will, you know, nuke me from orbit if I do. So, I said what I said in that tweet. And then Soundsmith did his tweet, and it basically turned my life upside down for about 48 hours. What happened was, at the time, I was in Chicago for a conference, and the whole tweet thing happened the day I was leaving, and I took a train to Chicago. I didn't take a plane because I hate flying. Taking a train is longer, but it's a lot cheaper, and I was gonna take a train home, take an Amtrak train home. And that happened the morning I was gonna go home, and it was almost an immediate shit show right off the bat. So within several hours, my phone got compromised. Someone like found my phone number and was spoofing my phone so hard that I could not use it. And I had a digital train ticket that I needed to scan in order to get on my train, and I didn't have a paper copy. So I had to like frantically get my laptop and go down to the hotel lobby and get a copy printed so I could catch my train. So that was the first thing. I almost got stranded in Chicago. I almost missed my train. And then like that, and thankfully that ended rather quickly because it turns out they were all like coming from the same number. So I was able to block the numbers and I could start using my phone again relatively quickly. It was just like a lot of crazy shit going on. So that happened, and then as I'm on my train, or I'm about to leave to get on my train, this is, you know, sometime after the tweet happened, you know, the usual slew of very fun messages that you get from people, you know, the whole, you know, end your own life, you're a terrible person, you know, like at this point I'm used to seeing, you know, very graphic images of various types. Those all came within several hours of that tweet happening. And then on the way home, someone sent me an email with a photo of the front of my parents' house. Someone showed up to my parents' house and from the street took a photo and said that they're going to kill my dogs, they're going to kill my father, and rape my mother and sister. So I, you know, called home and made sure to, like, ensure that, like, my family was aware that, hey, people are showing up to my home, or to your house, which is my old address. That's not my current address, so my parents' house is currently online. And I told them, hey, people are coming to the house, you know, just be aware of that, and defend yourself if need be. So, yeah, and my work email was also compromised, or I should say one of my work emails, I have 3. One of my work emails was compromised, and that started sending a bunch of random shit to some of my colleagues. That was very annoying, having to explain why some people got very explicit images in their inbox, and very embarrassing and not fun to deal with, because that also very much hurt some of my professional relationships, so that was, like, not good. So yeah, that was a very fun 48 hours. So hey, Soundsmith, thanks, man. That was very kind of you to use your audience that is, you know, 6-7 times my size to, like, haha, we're gonna show this guy. You're a really nice dude, I bet, in person. God. Yeah, that was a fun time. So yeah, that was the fun tweet and the result of that. And yeah. That was enjoyable. No, of course not. No one ever apologizes for anything on the internet, because there's zero sense of accountability. Like, people don't hold you accountable unless you do something that I guess I'll call the prevailing narrative deems unfit, and then they'll hold you accountable. So, the Uncle Dane comments of no consequence. Like, Dane commenting on that, I don't care. Like, that was just him commenting on the video. He just said, lol, whatever. I don't care. I've spoken with him before on Discord. He's very cordial. I've got nothing against him. Whatever. If he laughs at me getting angry at a video game, I don't give a shit. Whatever. I got nothing against him. And no, I don't actively talk with anyone in the TF2 sphere aside from Monkey and my friend Aaron R. He's the only people I speak to. The death of an art style by Funk also addressed the decline in cosmetic quality. I'm glad Tom's video gave exposure to your channel. You seem great. Thanks, man. I'm trans, and I know you're not transphobic. These people are a disgrace to the community. I guess. Thank you for the $10. Another $50. There's two parts to this. Hey, I think this video glosses over my main critique of you. It gets to the 2020 cosmetic case. After video of bringing up cosmetics you like, the case came out, and the video you made rating the update, you addressed it as a failure, and that they were not as good, and you were negative about them. Just an issue I've had with what you got, and you're still unhappy. No. So I was very happy with the hats we got. It was just overall a lackluster update, and the maps in last year's winter update were fucking terrible. What was it, Frostwatch? Frostwatch was a mapper's first map, and Valve said, hey, yeah, we're gonna put this in game. Yeah, this is totally acceptable. Like, what the fuck? The cosmetics were fine. A couple of the unusual effects were, I would consider, acceptable, but for the most part, it was another fairly lackluster loot box update. So, Whatville was 2019. I forget what year. Was Breadspace 2019 or 2020? I don't remember. Oh, my family are fine. Like no one's hurt. Don't worry. No one got hurt. I'll put it this way. If anyone shows up at my home, they're not going to have a good time. Like, don't show up at anyone's house uninvited. And if you come with malicious intent, it will be returned in kind. So don't do that. Don't do that. Would I get a tattoo of Zesty? I assume you mean my character on me? Probably not. No, I don't think I would do that. I don't think I would do that. But yeah, I think Breadspace was the year after Whatville, and that was 2020. There are a few more. Hold on, there's a couple more donations here. Let me say, I don't want to miss any. My wife is like a flail the way she beat me. Thank you for the $5. Oh God. Twitter once again thinking they speak for all trans people. Have this big $5 from a trans person that's a longtime fan. Thank you. I do appreciate that. You're very kind. Said the N-word twice 5 years ago. You're clearly still racist. Very obviously, I am a flaming racist for quoting the Eric Andre show. Yeah. So. What's up with Solarlight? Always liked his demo nights, but the tweets shown here were kind of unhinged. Yeah, Solarlight has a very odd... Like, I think he's in love with me. Honestly, I think Solarlight's in love with me because he really enjoys tweeting about me. the first time I interacted with him, we were having like a just like a normal discussion on Twitter. Like I think we were talking about game balance, about pyros, air blast, and demo night. Color everybody surprised, right? And we were having this back and forth, and it was totally civil. And then he just like unloads like, hey, aren't you like racist or transphobic? I forget the exact tweet. The whole thread is probably still there. And he's like, hey, aren't you like he's like, I corner him in the argument, and then he's like, hey, aren't you like a racist or a transphobe? And then like he just got really aggressive and angry with me, and then like ever since then he's had like this massive hate boner for me, even though I've barely interacted with the guy beyond that initial Twitter discussion over game balance. He's just kind of had a hard on for me ever since, and I poke at him every you know, I do poke at him. I acknowledge that, like I put like a little bit in my demo night video, kind of poking at him, and he returns it in kind. That's fine, whatever. But he's just, you know, he's a little, it's odd. I don't know why he's so ingrained in all of it, but whatever. If he wants to waste his time getting angry about that stuff, then, I mean, by all means, continue. Off topic, but I love the beard. Thanks, man. Oh, of course, you stick to your guns, even though your friend got a map in. You still said it should not have been added. Only inconsistency I saw was the case, but that is the only extent. Good work. I mean, yeah, it was nice to see that my friend got a map in the game, but it was just a reskin of fuck, what's the map's name? Gravel Pit. It was just a reskin of Gravel Pit. It was, I mean, it was polished, it looked nice, it was more well-optimized than the vanilla version, but it was just another fucking reskin map. Yeah, something that this video kind of glosses over is, like, people get really angry with me over thinking that Sniper needs a nerf in TF2. I don't understand why people get so up in arms. It's very odd. It's strange. Like, I say Sniper needs a nerf. Admittedly, that video I made about Sniper needing a nerf was very poorly written. I squirted that out in, like, 2 hours. Really shouldn't have done that, but I still stand by what I said, and that I think quickscoping is fucking dumb, and it should be slowed down. I will still stand by that. It's probably a decent way to nerf the class. Don't know by how much anymore. Don't know what else needs to be done to make the class more tolerable, but he needs a nerf in some capacity. Apparently, me conveying that idea means that my life is forfeit in this community. It's very community term used loosely. So, yeah. Another $10. Bionicle Showcase when? Linky, I can, but I don't know how entertaining that would be for people. Saw Runner Femboy, you are the GOAT. For making the line between boys and trans. Oh my god. Sure, you're welcome, I guess. I despise people categorize us as the same. We aren't, we don't act the same, and wannabe femboys ruin our reputation. Insanely common Zesty W. Sure. Another donation, thank you. I'll try to prioritize these because people like want me to read their messages, and I know they want me to do that. Modern internet culture doesn't like genuine honesty, especially from content creators. I don't always agree with you, but it's like a breath of fresh air. That's something else too, and this is something that I commented on in my last stream that I did, or a couple streams ago, is people really don't like it when someone expresses an idea with authority, or they convey something with authority. People take that as like me thinking what I'm saying is objective fact, when obviously not. It's obviously an opinion, but I convey my opinions with authority because I'm confident in them. I believe what I'm saying. I'm confident in my ideas and what I'm saying, right? I hold confidence in that, and apparently having that confidence and expressing that with authority makes people very upset because I don't like soften the blow. And if you're not softening the blow, it'd be like this nice kind of milquetoast. Well, I think Sniper is a little bit annoying sometimes. Like if I don't soften the blow, like if I just say Sniper needs a nerf, like just conveying it like that is apparently a very bad thing to do. And people don't like it, right? And I do get aggressive. That's just my nature. That's who I am. But remember to like and subscribe. You know, assertive is not authoritative. Whatever the correct adjective is, right? Like, you know, I convey it in an assertive tone. It rubs people the wrong way, especially younger people, because younger people don't like authority. Younger people have a tendency to, like, you know, go against authority in general, right? And most people playing TF2 are young. They're in the younger age bracket, likely somewhere between the age of 13 and 20. That's where most people are. Okay, so more donations coming in. I should probably read these before they completely go away. Richter, hey, do you have anything else to say about Faceit, Wamo, Shork, etc.? Also, you should tell viewers to like the stream too. It helps recommend it to more people. Yeah, if people want to like the stream, I would appreciate that. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't ask people to like to like or subscribe often because I don't like shilling myself. I know I should do it more often, but I don't because it just rubs me the wrong way. But if you want to like the stream, go for it. I would really appreciate it. I guess that would help more people see it, as Richter says. So thank you. Richter asks, do I have anything else to say about Faceit, Wamo, Shork? I mean, the whole Faceit thing was pretty self-explanatory. So I guess to kind of provide a little bit of additional context, this is something that I put in a YouTube post. So very obviously, all of the YouTubers that were, I think all of them, but definitely most of the YouTubers that were making videos about Faceit were sponsored by Faceit in some capacity. A lot of people took that as, oh, they were paid to sponsor Faceit. Let me see if I can find this YouTube post, because I explain it far more eloquently there than I do right now on the fly. It's a bit old, so give me a moment, but it is worth digging for, because, you know, sponsorship doesn't only come in the form of getting money from somebody. Sponsorship can come in the form of various things. It can come in the form of, you know, special treatment, or it can come in the form of information. It can come in the form of gifts. It can come in the form of this or that. It's not just money, right? It's not just money. And, you know, all of those YouTubers received goodie bags. Some of them had direct say or input during Faceit's development, because what I've heard is that Faceit reached out to some YouTubers and such, and, like, asked them for their input and what have you. They had the know and information of what was coming before it was released to everybody else. So that was something else too. Let me find this post, because I need to read it, because it's important to provide additional context. I hate that photo of me. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where are you? I want to find it. Pictures of my dog, pictures of my cat. It is going to be worth it. I want to give the context to it. I don't even remember when I posted. Was it already 3 years ago? I hope I didn't scroll past like an idiot. Where is it? Okay, no, I've scrolled past it. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna scroll past it. I won't scroll past it this time. I'll find it. Where are you? I hope I didn't delete this, because this is important, and I do want people to read this. Where are you? Where are you? Ah. Where is it? I can't find it. People are saying Control F. Ah, fine. I can't type. Where are you? 3. Yeah, here we go. Here it is. So, sponsorship isn't limited to a direct payment or like a check in the mail, right? I'm just going to read this aloud. This is what many assume that I meant by those videos. There are multiple ways in which a company can sponsor or compensate you for your time, and this is what Faceit did in some capacity. You know, exposure via Faceit's social media and website in this case, because what the Faceit website would do is it would show people who were streaming Faceit, right? It would show people who are streaming Faceit, and it would promote those streams, and it would also boost viewer counts. If you had the TF2 dashboard live on Faceit, that would count as a view towards the stream being shown, right? And so that would artificially inflate the top streamer streaming Faceit TF2, right? So that's definitely a bonus, right? Knowledge is something they can give. Information from Faceit to share in YouTube videos or streams, generating hype and jumping on the train, as one creator would put it. New customers via Faceit's promotion of streams, and content creators, which is what they were doing with their Twitter account and what have you. They were promoting people actively streaming the game. So, let's see. Second chances, it would be customers, increased credibility, vendor sponsorships, event volunteers, branding, other donors and sponsors, increased web traffic, increased social media growth, more opportunities for revenue, business breakfast. Don't forget, and and I have extensive training in this because with my job, we have to avoid conflicts of interest. I can't take a client out to lunch because that could be misconstrued as me like incentivizing him to have our company in a good eye. It's like, hey, I'm going to treat you to like a really expensive lunch, but then that's like trying to like coax him and entice him into, you know, whatever. But most importantly, in-kind services and goods in the form of merchandise, retweets, cross-platform and social media promotion, lifetime annual premium Faceit subscriptions, which were given to these people, TF2 items, which were given to these people, etc. These are all services and goods that creators and streamers have said themselves and posted pictures of on their social media that they receive from Faceit. So, and despite all of that, Faceit still died for all of the reasons that I put in my videos. Because it was advertising to be something that it wasn't, and it was a product that nobody enjoyed. And now the platform is completely dead, and no one uses it. But the social media accounts are still going because I don't know. It's like, why is the Twitter still going? That's something I've never understood. Like, why is the Twitter still going? I mean, it's like, it's good to have increased eyeballs on the Faceit brand, but yeah, it was just a shit show from start to finish, and nobody liked it. It was a fun, novel thing for 5 minutes, but it just shot itself in both feet and died. So, okay, so more donations I need to see. What about fish sticks sniper balance idea? I'm not sure which one you are referring to. I will literally pay you to do a video showing Bionicles and going over their lore. Oh, God. Maybe. Thoughts. Sniper with a bipod, sway on non, setup and scope in. That might be a bit slow for TF2. I don't think it would work that well. You disagree on one thing and don't agree on my milquetoast take, so you must embody the evil I imagine you as. Twitter, also thank you and keep being you. Appreciate that, man. I hate Yankees. I don't know what you have against baseball, man. Turkey Tom and Zesty Jesus stream when? Probably never. He exists in a completely different sphere, and I will leave him to his vices and what have you. But I do want to say thanks, Tom. I want to say that this is probably the most objective summary of everything that's kind of surrounding my name, and it doesn't like automatically, what's the word I'm looking for? It doesn't automatically berate me or lambast me or patronize me for being this evil person and blowing things that I've done out of proportion, I guess. So, I don't know what IDR is in currency, but there's 50,000 of it, and that's a lot. Thank you, Jesus. My question is, you certainly lurk on 4chan, and it's even longer than I expected. Do you have anything positive to say about 4chan? Yes, 4chan is one of the last spaces on the internet where people can be truly anonymous, and internet anonymity is an incredibly powerful thing, and it is a right, and I hope that never goes away. And we're seeing that slowly, but surely being taken away from us with the encroachment and monopolization of social media platforms. And it's a little bit scary to think that, you know, you are always being watched, and your entire person is completely and forever attached to everything you say. So, yeah, I will give 4chan that much, in that it is still the Wild West of the internet, and you can still be completely anonymous on there and say whatever you want. Until you don't want to be. And that's how it should be on the internet. It's like you should be allowed to remain anonymous until you don't want to be. So. And there are good and bad things to internet anonymity, but in my opinion, the benefits outweigh the downsides of allowing to be anonymous on the internet. So, there will always be good power behind it. Did you get your summer unusual item bounty? I don't think I understand what that question means, I'm sorry. Unusual item bounty? Can you clarify? I don't know what that means. Okay, I'll try to... I'm gonna clamor for some questions in the chat. I'll try, as there's gaps between people wanting to throw money at me, which again, thank you, I do appreciate that. Oh, right, the unusual I wanted. Yeah, so I don't think it's been unboxed yet. I can't type. Let me see if it's been unboxed. I'm curious. Probably not, because gunmetal cases are insanely expensive. So, out of curiosity, has it been unboxed? No, it has not been unboxed yet. There is a Sakura smoke bomb, and there is I think there was another one that got unboxed, because I know there's a Mountain Halo one, because someone wanted me to sign it, but it's not showing up on backpack.tf, and this website has been in complete shambles for years now, because they refuse to improve it. So I don't know, there might be one that's in existence right now, but no one's reached out to me about it yet, so. Where can I find good reference art of buff Asuka? I guess to clarify on the whole profile picture thing, so when I first started doing YouTube and like I got a Steam account, I would use Asuka from Evangelion as my profile picture because Evangelion is my favorite anime and Asuka is my favorite character. So I would just use her as my profile picture for everything. And then as my YouTube channel started growing, I'm like, I should probably make something more original and not have a piece of copyrighted content, like a copyrighted character, as my profile picture. So through various iterative commissions, I was able to kind of build and create my own character. Very obviously inspired. I mean, she has Asuka's hair color, she's got the hair clips, and she's got the eye patch. But the original idea was like, I'm going to take TF2's Demo Man and Asuka and kind of mash them together. So she has the Double Dog Dare demo pants, she has the Blast Collar vest, she has the eye patch, and she has the Scotsman Skull Cutter. As cringy as people might find that's just her origin, and now she's her own character. So that's the explanation. And for some reason, people get like really angry that I use an anime character as my brand, but that's not gonna change. Sorry, that's what I like, and it will not change. And it is a female character. What is the odd obsession with people seeing a female character and then there's like a certain corner of the internet that just desperately wants to put a dick on it? Why? I don't get it. Another 22 pounds. Christ, thank you, man. The only thing which kind of bothers me about you is the mocking. Oh, you don't like the mocking voice? You don't like the little mocking voice? Oh no, I'm so sorry. I'm just fucking with you. Sometimes you do when you're showing an idiotic take against you, and NO Muscle Girls clearly tone wipe is very like I like big chicks. Like I don't like shredded. Shredded's a bit much. I mean, they gotta have some meat on them, some muscle with body fat. That's the most attractive to me. Not like this shredded Mr. Olympia looking woman. That's like, I need curves. I need meat. You know, thickness. Not like a big boob, big muscle wall. You know. After your classic duel with LaFish, do you have an opinion about how balanced or fun it is? The classic is fun. Is it one of the more balanced sniper rifles? Yeah, because there is a significant delay between scoping in and headshotting somebody. The only thing I don't like about the classic, and you can be angry about it if you want, is that you can't tell when he's scoped in if he's not moving or if he's charging his shot, so you have no idea if he's going to one-tap you or not, right? But then again, that's my own fault, because if you see a sniper, you should just automatically assume that, oh, I'm gonna die now, because, oh, he can see me, or I can see him, therefore he can see me, therefore I'm dead in the next 0.2 seconds, so, yeah. Where can I find good reference art of her? There's some on my Twitter, if you want to scroll through my Twitter feed. I retweet most of the commissions that I get. I don't really have a public gallery of any kind, so, yeah. Keep up the good work, you beautiful man. Thank you. And then $2. Thank you, Kona. Thank you for $2.49. Appreciate that. And thank you for all the other stuff coming in. Another 10,000 IDR. I don't know the currency, but thank you. Another $2 from Irregular Reviews saying wonky. Thank you. When will that live call VOD you did back in June come out? Eventually. I have a lot on my plate right now, so I can't. There's like just stuff. Okay. So going back to that question that Richter asked me. So that whole Wamo shit show was really dumb. And I think everyone here who is aware of it, either at the time or now, can just agree that it was just really stupid from start to finish. It was just, oh god. Talk about blowing things out of proportion. I mean, at least that's what I think. It was just so stupid. But yeah, so it is very interesting how people will be very friendly with you in private, but then when they can gain a leg up on you by shitting on you, they will act like the most animalistic motherfucker in public and will try to destroy you. You know, he was like, and what was odd about Wamo is that he was like trying to get into like every TF2 YouTuber's pocket, or like having to try to get all the YouTubers in his pocket. Like he was trying to collect all of the YouTubers into a single Discord that you can see in those DMs probably in that video. But he'd like try to get YouTubers into a Discord and like try to get like everyone to collab with each other and collab with him, and it was really weird. Like he was doing like some insane amount of networking to like try to grow his channel, and I didn't want to join it because it was just like I genuinely don't enjoy interacting with most people in this community because most of them are outside of my age bracket too. They're very young, so I can't like, there's no comfortable level of communication. But yeah, and he would compliment me on my videos and what have you, and then he just did a complete 180 and then made that video and just like completely shitting all over me, and that was a fun time. That was a fun time. But I think everyone can agree that it was very, very stupid. Just really, really dumb all around. And if anyone wants more specific context on that, then you can ask, but I don't know what other context I can provide that people don't already know. So, yeah. Get yourself some more buff women art. The world always needs more. Thank you. I will... I don't like using YouTube, so what I normally... I do appreciate the gesture, but I normally reinvest all of the money I get from YouTube and from Patreon and things like that. I reinvest it back into my videos because I like getting art for it, and I like, you know, and I want to make high-quality content, and it can be expensive sometimes because I can't do everything on my own. Like, I don't know how to use Source Filmmaker. I can't make my own thumbnails. Well, I can, but they won't look very good. So I tend to pay people to help me. So, yeah. Are there any TF2 creators I do like? I mean, I'll be honest, I really don't watch a lot of TF2 content. I mostly watch camping videos or like just, I don't know, really just camping videos. Camping videos or videos about cooking and anime. I don't really watch TF2 YouTube as much as I used to. Back in, you know, the early years of college, I used to watch it a lot. I mean, I watched, you know, Star and Germa and Tag. Tag is still probably one of my favorite old school TF2 guys, because his shit was always funny, like, always fucking hilarious. I always got a kick out of his videos. Some of you guys might remember Truck, you know, Kurt, very, very funny guy. He did fun streams. Tag has been injured, I think. He's been dealing with, like, issues with his back, and so he's been out of commission for a while, and I saw on his Twitter that he's, like, you know, getting healthy before he comes back. I hope he does, because he's very funny. So, yeah. And yeah, the reason why I don't watch modern TF2 is because it's one of three things. It's either wacky clip dumps, which can be entertaining, but it's largely dependent on, you know, the moment in the game, the editing, and then, like, the person's reaction. And if one of those three things falls too short and the other two things don't make up for it, it's not very entertaining, so I don't really go out of my way to watch a lot of those. The second one is very over-exhausted video essays, just talking about the same things over and over again. Every weapon has been talked to death. Every single little niche topic has been talked to death, all the way to the point where people are making hypothetical videos about content that we're never gonna get, and people still go crazy for it, even though it's not real. So it's like, yeah, those aren't entertaining for me. And then you have, like, I mean, that's really it. Those are, like, the two veins of TF2 content right now. And for the most part, those videos are more carried by the editing rather than the subject matter. And this is just an observation that I've had for a lot of modern TF2 videos. Oh yeah, I forgot. Source Filmmaker and Gary's Mod videos, which will always be fucking amazing. Like, the fucking, like El Toro's videos, holy fuck. They're so good. You know, like really dumb, shitty Source Filmmaker wacky crap, that's always funny to me. I love that crap. But yeah, it's right now, TF2 YouTube is all about, like, metagame, playing into the algorithm. I did 100 hours playing Caber Knight. 30 days playing soldier. It's like, I mean, yeah, whatever works for you, but I don't find that entertaining because I've been playing the game since 2010. I have over 10,000 hours in the game. I've seen pretty much everything there is to see. I know everything there is to know. So it's just not content for me. So, and it's like you see, and like El Maxo kind of sets the standard and then everyone copies it because he is the biggest name in terms of growth in the TF2 sphere right now. Like, he sets the standard and then like the same group of like 10 or 12 guys all copy the same shit and then kind of, you know, build off the hype of that. And that's the YouTube metagame. Everyone does that. In every sphere on YouTube, every type of content does the same shit, right? It's just hopping on the bandwagon and writing relevancy algorithm shit so they can get views. And I don't like doing that. It's not entertaining for me, and I don't like watching it. So... let's see, there's some donations I missed. Put a Streamlabs link in your bio. Why? The 300 views MVM VOD incident. Yeah, that was also really stupid. God. Is it even worth explaining? It's just so stupid. Yeah, most of you probably didn't even hear about this because it was just a stupid spat on Twitter. So, I was playing MVM with Monkey and a few of his friends, and we were just shooting the shit. Like, we're just hanging out, talking, and the same subject of TF2 YouTube comes up, and I don't remember the exact words we were saying because this was a while ago now. But, you know, the topic of El Maxo's Being Soy video comes up, and I said, oh yeah, that's not real. It's not real, and I said that in the way of, you know, like, oh yeah, it's probably faked or staged for entertainment purposes, right? Like, I didn't mean to have that come off as like, oh, he's being a malicious person by lying to his audience about the genuine nature of his content. And to me, I thought it was a bit. Like, I thought it was like a joke. Like, oh yeah, there's this funny Being Soy guy. We're gonna stalk him and follow him around. And there's a lot of videos that do that. You know, they like make a character and they follow it around, or it's like a scripted thing, whatever. And because apparently it is real, right? Like, you have the YouTube account and all of that, you know, El Maxo took that very personally, as if though I was maliciously spreading information to like try and slander him or something. Even though I was just on like a 10 viewer stream, shooting the shit with some people, and then like the VOD of it in its entirety was uploaded to YouTube that no one was watching. There's like 300 views on it. Most people click off of a video. Most people click off of a video after the first 10 minutes, no matter the length, right? And then, you know, but someone just watched the whole VOD, got to an hour and a half in, found that minute and a half clip, sent it to El Maxo, and then he got mad to the point where I was like, and the VOD was also 7 days old too. It's just, oh my god. And then that blew up in my face. Another hate wave came from that. Like, oh, I'm maliciously spreading misinformation to slander another YouTuber. No. I thought the video was like a bit. I thought it was a joke. And then I got like scolded by El Maxo in DMs like, I'm not being responsible with my platform and I have to be very careful with what I say. And it's like, dude, it was just like a tiny stream that no one was watching. It was a VOD that no one was watching. And it was a non-issue until you made it an issue. Right? It's like, and I feel like the only reason he did that is because it's me. If it was anybody else, platform or otherwise, he probably wouldn't have said anything. But I don't know that for sure. But even then, it was just really dumb. And like we sorted this out in DMs. Like, we talked about this, and it's all clear and done. But he left up the video. He left up the tweets as like a you know, a you must be held accountable kind of thing. It's like, no one cares. No one would care if Being Soy was fake. It was still a good video. It was still entertaining, I guess, but Jesus, man. So that was another dumb thing that happened recently. That was a fun 4th of July. So, and I no, El Maxo is over it. I'm over it. It's just really dumb. You cannot please some people, but what is the most important is that you are not afraid to voice your opinions in this community. Thank you. Thank you for the 2000 huff. I don't know what that currency is, but thank you. How do I get out of 4chan? Block it on your own browser. $5, Pathfinder. Best thing about you compared to other TF2bers, TF2bers is that you will keep going even though through all the stuff you went through. Also, let me know when you send my weapon. I guess you want me to sign it. I can. Please, God, I probably shouldn't have said that. If you're gonna send me a weapon to sign for you, I'll do it. Just, please have your trade offer link in your Steam profile so I don't have to add you and go through that whole kit and caboodle. And please send me gift wrap. I don't want to have to buy it myself, but I won't charge you for it. I won't charge you for signing, but, just make sure you have your trade offer link in the profile because it's a pain in the ass to have to, like, send that. And now that I've said that, I'm probably getting, like, 5,000 trade offers, but, I might not be able to get to them all. I'm sorry, because Steam sucks. I rarely watch modern TF2 content anymore because of the saturation of brain fog. Thank you for sticking with more constructive and engaging content. I will keep doing what I find fun. Thank you. Do not send clown weapons to sign. That was an interesting thing. Yeah, so I think I saw another question about, well, what else? What other questions do people have? I guess I can provide context on other things that people are curious about. If there is something, if anything. So, have I had any interactions with Shonik or Fish on the Stick? Not Fish on a Stick, but Shonik actually helped me with one of my videos to get a better understanding of. I forgot what specific mechanic, but yeah, he helped me out on a video of mine. So thanks, man. He's nice. But I've never talked with Fish on a Stick before. If anything, he was another person that just like started scolding me on Twitter for whatever reason. So, whatever. Let's see. Big B, very nice guy. I saw a couple of questions. I saw Big B in here too. What's going on, man? You do good stuff. You're very nice. Did I know about Turkey Tom before the video? I did, because he actually like talked about me on a stream before, and that was sent to me, and I'm like, oh hey, like someone that's not immediately ripping into me, you know. Big Joey, he's nice. We've spoken a handful of times, just in DMs. He's cool. He's nice. You don't look like an anime girl. Oh Jesus. Oh, I'm sorry to break your perception of me, my friend. Sorry to break your perception. Yeah, people are really interested in the JPEG thing, so I guess to give more context to that. So yeah, so bear in mind, this is like 4, almost 5, I think 4 or 5 years old at this point when this happened. So I'm not going to be able to remember all of the details exactly. And it's like, yeah, and people are still bringing this up. This happened years ago, and people are still like attacking me for it. It's insane. But yeah, so when I was still a small channel, Aaron, by the name of R, Blue Catman, invited me on his streams, and I would go play on his streams, and I have Aaron to thank for kind of giving me the like a leg up, like kind of like promoting me on his streams and such, because he helped me grow. Like he helped me grow, and I have him to thank for it. But I would go on his streams. We would play on his server, and JPEG was kind of like a semi-regular that would show up. And pretty much whenever he was there, he would shut down the server, and it just wasn't very fun to play with him on there. People would kind of call him out for like, hey man, you're trying a little too hard, chill out, and he would just act very passive-aggressive and, for lack of a better adjective, kind of slimy. And he would, like, you know, put like a smiley face in chat, or just kind of just be really passive-aggressive about it. And one day, and you know, I looked into the guy, and he makes reaction content. Like, he focuses people in games and gets reactions out of being a good player. And then on that particular day, I guess he decided to focus me because I was reacting, and I got mad. I got mad at him in a video game. God forbid someone gets mad in a video game. Apparently that's now some kind of a crime that people still like dangle over my head like, haha, you're a worse person because you get mad at a video game. Every single person watching me right now has been mad at a video game before. Not a single one of you has not been upset at a fucking video game. And everyone vocalizes it or acts it out differently. I get loud. You know, it's like, but apparently that makes me some kind of a demonic monster. So anyway, so I was pissed off, right? I was pissed off. I wanted him gone because he was deliberately degrading the quality of the games going on in that server. And he was being a dick about it. Like, if he wasn't being a dick about it, fine. I wouldn't have cared. Like, I would have moved on and that would have been fine, you know, but he was being a dick about it. And, and Aaron was also tired of his presence on the server as well as other people who were regulars on the server. And ultimately it was decided on Aaron's part, because it was his server, that he was to be banned. But not until after the fact that JPEG went out of his way to stream snipe Aaron with friends of his, and that was ultimately the final nail in the coffin that got him banned. So he brought it on himself in the end by going out of his way to be a dick to Aaron, and he got banned on his server. And apparently, banning somebody on a server is now some egregious act of malicious evil, right? Like, okay, we banned someone from a TF2 server. Someone gets banned from a TF2 server. And apparently us doing that is now bullying a smaller creator, when at the time, I think I had 10,000 subscribers. Or not even 10,000 subscribers. I was still small, right? It's like, oh, and like, it's been 4 years since all of that's happened, and it does not end. Like, people still fucking complain about it. It's crazy. Like, holy shit. Let it go. Move on. And you can go to his Twitter. He brings it up often. Like, you know, like, me getting angry gave his channel a boost. Because he makes YouTubers angry, and therefore I've given him a piece of his current popularity. And that's one of the things he's going to be remembered for, so... But apparently I'm an evil monster for getting mad at him in a video game, and for him getting banned off of a TF2 server that I didn't even own. It's like, Jesus Christ. And this entire section is going to be clipped, and then this is going to turn into a whole nother drama spat, and that's going to be fun. But there's your context. There's your context. And ever since then... Oh, also, yeah, he collaborated with Wamo on his video, because he told me this. Wamo told me this. It was either Wamo or JPEG that told me this. They worked together to make that video, at least specifically for the part that involves him. So, yeah, that is true, by the way. And people wonder why I don't like interacting with people who make TF2 videos. People wonder why I have such like a negative outlook on anyone involved in the TF2 sphere. Just, ugh. Jaybird gets very angry at me because I think Sniper needs a nerf. And, like, I poked fun at him one time on Twitter. I forgot what I said exactly. Like, I said, it was, like, you know, like, it was a clip from him getting kicked off of a server because he was basically playing like a bot. You know, because once a 5,000, 10,000 hour Sniper main gains enough hours in the game, it's worse fighting a 5,000 hour Sniper main than a TF2 bot. Because a TF2 bot doesn't have game sense. A player has game sense and bot-like aim, and that is ass to deal with, no matter what, right? And that's what Jaybird is, right? And so he gets kicked off a server, and I like reply to a tweet saying like, comes in, kills half the server as Sniper, gets kicked, and is surprised. Like I said something like that in response to a tweet, and then he took that really personally, like, you know, like, oh, you shouldn't be doing. I forgot what he said in response, but he took it personally, then like made a huge stink about it on Twitter. It's like it wasn't meant to be like this big evil thing, but then he blew it up. And at the time, it was now popular to, like, dunk on me. And so, of course, Twitter took his side, and that just, you know, went off. And since then, he's been part of the group on in the Twitter sphere that just does nothing but lambast me and jump on the hate train whenever they can. So that's your context for that. And it's really frustrating, too, because it's like, people are far more interested in the drama than, like, what we make nowadays. It's like, that's all TF2 has left. That's why so many people are watching me right now, is because of drama and not the game, and that kind of makes me sad. Like, that's where we are now, because that's, like, the state of neglect TF2 faces, where we get nothing new, we can't play the game on the new maps because bots are flooding them. Fuck it, let's, like, attack each other and have drama. That's more fun, right? That's something, anyway. Ugh. Well, I mean, yeah, this became a question stream because that was the point, is I wanted to watch the video, and then, like, if people wanted me to provide additional context on things, I'll give more context. As best as I can, anyway. If I were to collab with another TF2 YouTuber, who would you like to do it with? I don't want to collab with anybody. I had a very negative collaboration experience early on in my TF2. I don't know what you call it, in my TF2 presence, and that completely turned me off from wanting to do collaborations. A YouTuber much bigger than me reached out to me and said, "Hey, you want to make a video about TF2 skins?" And, you know, I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And he's like, "Okay, I'll write my section, you write your section, and then you make the entire video, and then you put it on your channel." So I'm like, "Wait, what?" So he basically was acting as if though he was gracing my video with his presence, but he just wanted me to make the entire video and, like, put his stuff into it and do all of the editing. And I'm like, "No, I don't think I want to do that." So I said no. And then he kind of, like, took it, he just kind of took it personally, and then it went from there. So, yeah. So I since then, I don't really collaborate with people. I play with people, like I play with Aaron, and I've gone on, I guess, podcasts and such. That's fun. Podcasts are fun because I like talking, if you can't tell. But yeah, beyond that, I don't like the idea of doing collaborations. What do I think about Samwiz? I don't really know anything about Samwiz. I don't even know what kind of content he makes. I know his name, but yeah, that's it. Well, Banny is still one of the old guard. I'm glad Banny is still around. He's, again, one of the old guard, like one of the last pillars of this community. Once Banny leaves this game, it's fucking over. Like there is no one else holding this game up. There's no other, like, can you take any of the new tubers right now? Take any of the new tubers in the TF2 sphere right now. They cannot prop up this game in the same way Banny does. Like, he is a monolith in the TF2 sphere. And yeah, well, like not even Lazy Purple or Dane. Like, to me, like, their videos are inconsequential. They've been around for so long. Lazy Purple might as well not even exist because he never posts. Dane posts things here and there, but even then, it's just kind of devolved into more dreck that I'm not interested in. I mean, his videos are still of quality and what have you, but, like, cool unboxing video, all right. But like no one can replace Banny. Like, Banny is just he is the king of this game, in my opinion. So, and once he's gone, that's a telltale sign of it's over. So, when he leaves, I mean, that's probably when I'll leave too, because then at that point, we're both tired of the game, because we both love the game for different reasons. We're both very passionate about it, and I feel like we have a similar length of fuse for how long we can burn before we get tired of the game. And I feel like once he's gone, I'm gone, because again, we're both very passionate about TF2, and once that fire is gone, then it's gone. But I don't see that happening for me anytime soon, and because I don't see it happening for me anytime soon, I don't think it's happening for Banny anytime soon either, because I think he's way more invested in this game than I am. So. Yeah. Thoughts about Star and Germa coming back? I mean, it's nice. It's kind of cool to see, you know, Germa, like, hey, look, I'm playing the game again. Yeah, it's cool. He's kind of mellowed, I guess, Germa. I mean, he's getting older. He has a much wider, more general audience he needs to appeal to. He's certainly, I don't want to say pacified or sanitized how he used to act, but he's not as spunky as he used to be. He's still very entertaining. He still, in my opinion, oozes comedy, but he's not as great as he used to be. He kind of fell into, like, the streamer mindset, which is fine, but it's just, you know, I much preferred it when he did edited content or videos. I think that's when he's at his funniest. But his other, like, his really, really involved streams that have planning are awesome. Like, the whole carnival stream and shit, like, ooh, that was great. That's content. But, yeah. And Star coming back, I mean, it's interesting to see him come full circle. There's a request for background music. I guess I can put something on. I'll do that. Hold on. Music. Mario Galaxy. Will that suffice? I got Super Mario Galaxy. That will suffice, I suppose. I don't have anything on my screen. I guess I'll, like, open the game, too. I'll open the game so I can, like, have something TF2 related in the background. But yeah, it's interesting to see Star come full circle. it's kind of nice to see, but at the same time, it's like, it rubbed me the wrong way, where he's like, oh yeah, TF2 is fun because it isn't competitive, and I'm tired of competitive games now. They've kind of burned out for me, so hey, I'm back, and I'm like, you really jumped this ship for competitive Overwatch and such, and then you come back like, oh yeah, it is actually fun because it's not competitive, and I'm like, eh. So. I mean, again, this is kind of the purpose of the stream, for people to ask me questions. I mean, so. I don't think I've watched any videos from Fish Tank before. I know it's stupid drama bullshit, but I'm genuinely curious if you know why relatively big creators like Uncle Dane choose to dunk on you. I don't know what their intentions are. Soundsmith obviously did it as like a nice, easy, you know, bit of clout, I guess you can call it. Like, oh yeah, these are some easy likes I can farm on someone who's, you know, already notorious for being disliked in the Twitter sphere. Easy. Post a picture, retweet, done. So, as for Dane, you know, Dane is probably far more genuine. So, he's far more genuine, and he probably just thought it was funny. So, that was it. How do you deal with the hate? You get used to it. Like, initially, I mean, obviously, initially, I was not very good at being able to handle a lot of people, like, getting angry with you. It's not normal. Like, humans are not made to interact with thousands of people at once. Or to, like, see what thousands of people are saying at the same time. Like, by nature's design, we're meant to interact with smaller groups of people. That's just how the human brain works. So, when you're suddenly thrust into the eyes of thousands of people in a negative context, everyone handles it differently, and for me it was very stressful, and so I would, you know, I would get angry, and I would, like, try to defend myself, when that's, like, the last thing you want to do is defend yourself. Like, never apologize, never say sorry, and, you know, and just, you know, just, yeah, but I didn't get that, and so I would, like, double down and defend myself when I should have just fucking ignored it. Just always ignore it. Don't engage with Twitter, don't engage with any of that shit, because it will always come back to bite you in the ass. Not worth doing. Ugh. But, and then over time, you just get used to it. You know, you get used to people making up shit about you, or lying, or shit-talking you, because you can just ignore it, because you know that it's not really who you are. They don't know anything about you. They have such a very narrow lens of your entire person, that if they're basing your entire human person off of a 2-second clip or a single tweet, like, it's just stupid. It's just stupid. So, yeah, you get used to it. It's tiresome, though. Thoughts on Mega Scatterbomb making a community anti-cheat? It's never going to work because it's open source. If it wasn't open source, then it might have had a chance, but the fact it's going to be open for people to fuck with, that means it's dead on arrival. You cannot have an open source anti-cheat. It will get fucked with, it will do nothing. VAC works when it's updated. So. I know I've been super chatting a lot, but one last question before I leave. But how has your life been in general? My life's been good. I've had some major life changes happen very recently. I mean, that's why my very heavily edited content has been slow. Is I've had a lot of stuff going on personally. Like I've been overseas a couple of times. I've been out for work. I just haven't had time to like sit down and actually make some videos. But I can actually do that now, and I'm really excited to actually, like, start editing stuff, and I'm very excited to begin doing that. So, expect a video, hopefully by the end of the month, that is a nice, well-edited video, so, yeah. Do I consider myself the next Soundsmith? God, I hope not. God, I hope not. Alright, what now? What do I do now? I mean, that's it. We talked about Tom's video. Now what? That's kind of it. I mean, that's the highlight of everything. Do a trade up. Yeah, gamble. Yeah, gamble. No. Play TF2. I feel like that's a really bad idea when I have 1,000 people watching me in regards to drama. I feel like that's a terrible idea. I don't want to do that because that's just opening grounds for people stream sniping and probably trying to DDoS my game, and I don't want to do that. I'm sorry. Probably not a smart thing to do. Opinion on animated war paints? Terrible. We don't need more visual clutter in this game, and adding an additional animation on a texture, on a weapon, plus an unusual effect? Good God, I think it's a terrible idea. Every person I've seen complaining about you has been terminally online Redditor or Twitter user. Very telling, very sad. Huh. What's my opinion on Uncletopia servers? They are a competitive light version of TF2. The biggest problem I have with them are class limits. Class limits are just completely antithetical to how TF2 is meant to be played. Players should be able to play what they want, when they want, however they want. And if you remove that from TF2, that is invalidating one of the core design facets of TF2. And that people are allowed to just do whatever they want and how they want. And take the game as seriously as they desire, right? They're Dane's servers, he can run them however he pleases. But I think class limits are fucking stupid. And then the removal of random crits and random bullet spread are somewhat inconsequential, but I think it's stupid to remove those as well, because I think random crits are fun. That's my opinion. They're fun when I get them, and I hate it when I get killed by one. That's just the nature of the mechanic, and I think it's great, and I think we should keep that. Random bullet spread, as I've stated in my videos before, is fairly inconsequential. Just whatever. Like, damn it, if I want a heavy stack on the card, if I want my team to have 6 goddamn heavies, we should be allowed to have 6 goddamn heavies. I don't like class limits. I don't like class limits. You ever gonna make videos on other games? I don't know, man. That's honestly something I've been struggling with. I would like to make videos about other things, but I'm so far in the hole with TF2 that if I suddenly release a video that's not TF2, it's gonna be jarring to my entire audience, and no one's gonna like it. And I don't want to do that. So if I were to make something about anything other than TF2, it would probably go on my second channel. I have a second channel, by the way, just for random shit. And I upload stream VODs there, too. But this VOD is going to stay here. But I don't know. I'm not sure what I would do. Like, the thing... I can make TF2 videos so easily because I've been playing the game for so long that I have, like, a deep mechanical understanding of it. And I care about the game, so I like talking about it. But when it comes to other stuff that I'm passionate about, I don't know if I can make as good of content as I do about that. Good, relatively speaking. I don't know if I can do that for other stuff. So, I'm not sure. Why do you care so much about Soundsmith? Stop. Child, enough. Why do you want me to go boxing Soundsmith? Relax. Move on. We're not talking about that anymore. Yeah, DRG's fun. DRG's great. Describe my ideal update if I can make one drop tomorrow. Yeah, fix the fucking bot problem. Jesus. That's like the biggest issue at the forefront of this game right now. Fix the fucking anti-cheat. Get on that shit. It's ridiculous that this company still does not fix this game. Fuck. And it sucks that, like, oh yeah, we just all kind of forgot about it. Hello? And also, cheaters are getting ridiculous right now. They're so blatant. Seriously, that's the only thing I want from an update. Also, Strange Dragon's Fury. That's all I care about. Give me a Strange Dragon's Fury, because I love that weapon. I use it all the time. Please. Please, God. Strange Dragon's Fury. Why do I like Asuka? She is cute. You know, it's like the same reason I like, I don't know, same reason I like Gary from SpongeBob. It's a cute character. I like it. Give me a damn Strangifier for the Iron Curtain. That'd be cool. Do I play Gary's mod? I haven't played Gary's mod in a long time. Oy. Probably should though. It is fun. What, am I not allowed to like an anime character? People are fucking weird. Like, it's like, oh yeah, I like Asuka from Evangelion. It's like, oh, well, she's 14. Like, what? It's not real. It's, like, and people, like, automatically assume, like, oh, you like this character, you want to fuck him. I like Donatello from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It doesn't mean I want to fuck the turtle. Like, what the fuck, man? I don't get it. It's a drawing. Relax. You know, like the whole, like, if it looks like a kid, and you're attracted to something that looks like a kid, you deserve to be thrown into a bottomless pit in Siberia, right? But ages are arbitrarily assigned to drawings. I can draw someone that looks like a woman, like a fully grown woman. Oh, she's 1 year old because it's a fictional character. It doesn't make any sense, right? And then I can draw something that looks like a child. Oh, it's 10,000 years old. So it's okay to like that because she's 10,000 years old? What? It's fucking stupid. I've never understood that. Ugh. It's just so fucking dumb. Do you think war paints for stock reskins would be a good thing? Probably not. I don't think so. No, of course, people are going to take us out of context. And Twitter's going to have... Like, right now, I know for a fact that Twitter's looking for anything and everything to, like, start drama and get clicks and likes. You're going to see it today. You're going to see it today. You're going to see people clipping this stream. You're going to see people foaming at the mouth over shit that I've said here in this video. It's going to last a week, and then it's going to be over. And then everyone's going to fucking move on. And that's it. I don't use Twitter anymore. The tweets you see are all handled by somebody else. Someone else does my tweets for me. They retweet my commissions for me. So I don't use my Twitter because it's just like it's a waste of time. It's like what like the whole Soundsmith ratio thing taught me that like why am I bothering with this utter cesspool of a social media platform? It's fucking horrible. Horrible. No, yeah, I mean, there's never a big enough apology for people on Twitter. There's nothing you can do aside from just, you know, taking your own life in their eyes, and even then, that's not enough. Found your content on the Turkey Tom vid. Used to play the game back in mid-2010s. Crazy how much the community has been reduced to what it is now. Keep it real. Also, tomboys or femboys, tomboys, dude. I like chicks. I don't fuck dudes. Sorry. I prefer women. That's just what I am. That is just what I am. That is just what I am. Okay, well, I can dare attempt to play some TF2. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. It's probably not gonna go well, but I'll give it a shot. Dare I try? Hold on, let me swap to a different screen so I can get into a server and potentially slow the rate at which people will try to get in the game. If it doesn't go well, then I'm just not gonna bother. Like, if it just immediately starts going to shit, then I'm not gonna bother. And we'll go back to just chit-chatting. What inspired me to become a geophysicist, and do I enjoy it? I don't know, it's just always been a lifelong interest. It's always been a lifelong interest to I like the earth, I like rocks, nature has always fascinated me. And I eventually I found the pathway. In high school, I was pretty good at math and what have you. And I had a teacher in high school who actually taught a geology class, and he's like, and it was really fun. So, I moved on after that class, and I went and got my degree. So, it was good. Alright, let's see. Let's attempt this. Probably gonna regret it. Just play Pyro, be brainless. take on Versus Saxon Hale, I will always prefer the community server versions to the new casual version. I mean, I expressed my thoughts in my stream the other day. That's on my second channel now. My full thoughts are on there. But to me, it felt like a very odd addition. Not sure why they decided to put it into the game now. But they did, so. Fucking mini sentries, dude. How about no medics? Do you think Valve will remove Versus Saxon Hale mode in September? I hope not. Getting really tired of holiday restricted content. It's really stupid. But we'll see what they do. Do you fear notoriety getting you banned from Uncle Topia servers? I mean, I'll put it this way, I'm surprised it hasn't happened yet. But I haven't broken any of the rules on their server. Fuck it. You will die now. Am I using the power jack? Yeah, because it's like one of the few non-team colored melees, and I'm doing a little bit of trolling right now. Pick a side. Come in here, you have to. You have to chase me. You need to. You're hungry. You want it so badly. He's hungry. And he's gone. Oh, I'm out of here. Shoot a rocket. Do it. Oh, he did. Team Fortress gameplay. This is what people came for. They came for the gameplay, right? I said I was gonna do it, maybe. Therefore I am. What warpaint is this? This is the Rainbow Flamethrower. This is not a warpaint. This is one of the original decorated weapons that came out during the Tough Break update. A relic of days gone by. Did he dive in here? No, he's gone. Play Quake 3. Why? I don't want to play Quake. Yeah, people, for some reason, get very upset about Fempyro. I don't know why. Like, whatever. Like, oh no, boobs. How much did it cost? Dude, I don't even remember anymore. I've had this warpaint since, like, 2016. So, so, for those curious, I'm a spy. I'm pretending I'm on blue team to fuck with people, and I have skins that cover even more team color to make it impossible to tell what team I'm on, so. That's the idea. No, it's funny, right? People are totally okay with, like, hypersexualizing the men in the game. You know, like giving Medic a buff chest, or Sniper a buff chest, or Demo Man a buff chest. All that's fine. But God forbid I turn Pyro into a woman and sexualize that. Can't have that. No, sir. That is the wrong thing to be horny for. You can only be horny for men. Come here. Well. I am mistiming my air blasts. Oh, this medic is dead. I missed my shot. But then I get angry at furry vor warpaints. Where's the line drawn? I explained why I think it's stupid to have that in game. Because here's the thing. Only I see this. This is client side. You know, I can put whatever I want on my side. No one else has to see it, unless I'm streaming. But then that's your own choice to view my stream. When people put their own personalized fetish items into the game, then everyone has to see that. And I think that's inappropriate. No matter how tame it is. And I explained that. And I also agree that putting Fempyro in the game would be very stupid. Not a good idea. He is down. Can I help you? You have a bad idea to walk across here right now. I'll turn off my camera. Okay, go ahead. One moment will return. We will return in a moment. Any new Australians I would want added? Maybe a shotgun. Shotgun would be cool. Shut up. Quick wank sesh over. You're horrible people. Horrible. Oh shit, there's a sentry on there. That's a problem. Oh, ooh, can I do this? Here, I'm waiting for the engine to come back so I can bait some rockets into me. Come here. Ah! He put it down. He's marked for death. Die. We're good. No, you die, sir. I want none of this. Go away. I win. Got him. Does the girlfriend play TF2 or has played it? No, my girlfriend does not play video games. Do you think there is a point in using the degreaser nowadays, or the switch speed is unnecessary? I don't know, man. Ever since they increased the universal switching speed of all weapons, the degreaser has certainly lost a lot of its potency. And not to mention, since they tweaked Air Blast to be based off of how long you burn someone, it is infinitely weaker than it used to be. You can still combo with it rather well, but I pretty much almost always stick with stock nowadays because the damage is too good. The damage is too good, you don't have an Air Blast penalty. Like, it's just objectively better all around. Shotgun. Oh, hello. I'm so bad. He's using the dispenser as armor! Never use a shotgun on Pyro. Always hold mouse 1. That's all you ever need to do. If I had just done that, everything would be destroyed.
Mission ends in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3.
An Aussie Skull Cutter would be cool.
We have lost control point.
Am I good at Flare Pyro or Combo Pyro? No. I'm terrible at this game. I've played this game for 10,000 hours, and I still just suck. Come here, motherfucker. I'm awful at this game. Like, no matter how many hours I put into it, I will always be terrible. And I perfectly accept that. I don't care. Yay, we win. Yeah, I have 10,000 hours in this game, but I don't have 10,000 hours in this game treating it like a job. That's 10,000 hours accumulated over the course of 13 years. So Aussie Soda Popper, that'd be weird. Streaming this game with modes I am too weak to use when no one is watching? What do you mean? Or mods, I see. I know, I just use the mods I like. Make the game look a little bit better. Make the game perform a little bit better. That's what I use. What do I like on pizza and hamburger? Pizza, hot peppers of some kind of meat other than pepperoni. Onions. I like the Supreme just fine. I'm not picky with pizza. Anything on pizza is fine. Like olives, mushrooms, peppers. Soldier thought I was on his team. Everyone here will die now. Don't shoot a rocket. He shot a rocket. And as for a burger, the only thing I don't like on burgers is, I don't like tomato. I don't like tomatoes on burger. I just like tomato in general. Like, I'll take diced tomato on something, but I don't like eating giant chunks of tomato on anything. I think it's gross. Wow, that's some bait. What TF2 YouTuber do you hate the most? I hate them all. I'm coming for you. You make videos for this game. I'm coming to your house right now, and I'm gonna take a shit on your front lawn. I'm gonna fucking destroy you. Play fucking TF2. You was a big mistake for you, motherfucker. Fucking. No. I don't hate anybody. Bucko, big mistake for you playing Team Fortress 2. Little did you know, I also play this game. Which TF2 YouTuber do I love the most? Yeah, my mic's a bit shit. Do you hate me? Do you want me to? Do you hate me? Do you want me to? That's the real question. He loves me the most. Why do they all have spies? We'll just, he's no longer a threat. There's no one here anymore. Where'd they go? Their whole team is just gone. Don't you want me, baby? I read that as... Ooh, hello. Oh, there's a heavy there, of course. Why not? Oh, it's over. It's over. See, what show? The thing about your Warpaint is the wear is terrible. Everything about the Warpaint is fine except that brown texture and the fact that it wears to more brown. I really think you should have done something different with that wear, dude. I mean, I love everything else about it. It's really sleek, it's clean, reminiscent of the Gentleman's Collection, but the wear is just... Ugh. I'm not sure what you could have done. Maybe something along the lines of silver would have looked cooler, like bare metal but still shiny. I think that might have been nice, but the fact that it was just, like, brown... Yeah, it's kind of ugly. That was... But like to say your Warpaint is B tier, like a B tier for the new case is like an S triple plus tier for previous Warpaint cases, right? Like relative to everything else we've been getting, my god, I'll take that any day. Seriously. I also liked your Hot Rod one, but there was... I don't... Oh, I wasn't on your team. Haha! See? I fooled him, because he missed his shot. Oh wait, I didn't do any damage, therefore he is on my team. Did it. They have a sniper somewhere. Hi. Aha. Play Demo Night? I'm not in the mood for Demo Night. I have to be in a rare mood. I normally don't enjoy Demo Night because it's very dependent on the skill level of the server. If people are even remotely competent, you can't play Demo Night. The server has to be largely comprised of nothing but fresh installs to be the melee-only subclass. And that's just a fact. Here, get this guy. Get this motherfucker. Oh, you want it? Dude, he committed! Commit. We're good. I'm only getting power jack kills. Thoughts on... I don't know what a lamb donor is. Like, people who donate lambs? It's probably something offensive that I just said out loud. I have no idea what it means. No, I like Demo Night. Demo Night's fun. Isn't that funny that, that's how the internet works? When I say I have to be in a rare mood for Demo Night, people interpret that as me saying I don't like Demo Night. Welcome to the internet. Hi. We went again. I top scored? That's not allowed. Fuck this game. I can't hit him. I don't like any of these options. I guess upward. Fuck it. Would Sniper's health being lowered to 70 be okay? That's a bit extreme. That's a bit much. I mean, some appropriate Sniper nerfs might be something like, I mean, lowering his base damage is a very common one. Giving him some kind of a clip is another idea, which would make him have a longer reload in between 5 shots that are no different than his other shots anyway. I've suggested having a longer time between scoping in and headshot, which could also be equating to just having him, making him have a longer reload animation, just something that punishes him after taking a shot, because there is no punishment for missing a shot as Sniper, because he's not close quarters. You're not engaging in the same fight everyone else is facing it. So if you miss a shot, it's of no loss to you. You can just rescope and try again, and there's no one close enough to you to punish you for it. Whereas in TF2, every other class is immediately punished for missing a shot, because everyone else is mid to close range, close quarters combat. You know, it's... So... anything that makes him more tolerable with the fact that there's no direct way to engage him unless you force yourself through the entirety of the rest of their team. So... something along those lines.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Also, tracers would be nice. Tracers would be nice too because he's also got a visibility issue.
Mission begins in 60 seconds.
I would not mind tracers on all sniper rifles. I've been meaning to change my HUD now that you bring up the ugliness factor. I like the simplicity of it. There's minimal clutter. I've been using Bud HUD for a long time. But I want to get a new HUD that's a little more in line with like the classic HUD. I might just go back to the default HUD, honestly. But I want something new. I've had this HUD for like 8 years now. Something fresh.
Mission begins in 30 seconds.
There's a nice mod that brings the default HUD elements more close to the middle. I might try that. That sounds nice.
Mission begins in 10.
Just reuse tracers from the Machina on all rifles. Yeah, I think, or something in between the classics tracer and the Machina's tracer. Something along those lines. I think it'd be good. Do I sip alcohol? Yeah, I do imbibe on occasion. I'm not like a heavy drinker. Oh, see, this guy's got the right idea. He knows what's up. Reload. Get him, Spy. Get him. I miss all my shots. And I'm running away. Terrible, this game. Been a fun stream, been a pleasure listening to you talk and clarify some things. Well, good. I mean, yeah. And again, if people still have things they want clarification for, why am I getting Ubered again? Chill. And here's where I die. My kill sound is Konata Izumi saying, "Good job." Now we're just getting into random questions here. Thoughts on the Back to the Future trilogy? I like it. They were some of my favorite movies when I was growing up. Quite enjoyed them. Yes, and my mark for death icon is Germa. Yes, because I find it funny. Thoughts on Gurren Lagann? I love it, dude. Gurren Lagann's fucking awesome! One of the best anime ever made! It's so good! Oh, if you haven't watched it, go watch it. It's great. If you like mechs and really crazy over-the-top shit, great anime. Nutella is candy. Fuck off. I will die on this hill. Don't want to stay there and get sniped, because I know I will. Oh, that was a spy. Ah. Probably should have done a reserve shooter shot there. Didn't want to, because I'm lazy, and I will let really busted Splash do the trick for me. I am behind you now. Oh. Is soup a drink? Is cereal soup? Just getting into weird questions now. What's going on? Holy moly. Yeah, the pyrocosmetics are a little ridiculous. A little ridiculous. Thoughts on TF2 Classic? I genuinely don't enjoy different modded versions of the game. Stuff like TF2 Classic and what have you just become wacky custom weapon mods servers, and I don't like those. I mostly prefer the vanilla game, and that's it. That's where I get most of my enjoyment from, so. Anyone else? Oh, of course. Fucking love just having my ability to shoot turned off on the whims of a massive AoE. Such a good item design.
Attention. 5 minutes left in the mission. 5 minutes left in the mission.
Yeah, I played a lot of Versus Saxon Hale back in the day. Haven't played community server versions for 5 or 6 years now, but I played it a lot. It's very fun. Is Uber a balanced mechanic? given the volume of ways it can be pushed back and like shut down, like the pyro as a class just shuts it down. So, and I think it's a necessary mechanic to break ridiculous stalemates. So, does it have certain flaws? Maybe. It's something I would have to think about more in depth, but you know, initial response, it's mostly fine. One could argue that there are flaws with it, but I think it's okay. Is geophysicist a good career? I mean, I'm happy. I love what I do. So, I have no quandaries with it. I mean, for me, it's like, it doesn't matter if it's a good job or not. You have to enjoy what you do. If you like what you do, and it supports how you want to live, you know, money-wise and soul-wise and being happy and what have you, then that's all you can ever ask for in a job. It's like, you've reached a point that few others can say they have in their life, and I'm so glad that I have. That I have a job that I love what I do, and I can earn a living off of it. So, it's good. Could you play demo? No. I want to play Soldier right now. Is he gonna stay there? I want to kill the sniper. He's dead. Ah! There's no health kit here. I'm going to die a miserable death. I have 5 health. I need it more than you. Damn it! Anime I like the most. I mean, off the top of my head, Evangelion, Nichijou, Mushoku Tensei. What else? Fucking... It's so hard to pick. I like... even though people fucking hate it, Mahotsukai no Yome, Ancient Magus Bride, is still one of my favorites because I just love the world building and the scenery, and it's just a beautiful anime. You know, just to name a few off the top of my head. Best anime for people that have never seriously seen an anime? Ugh. That is a tricky question. I am not sure. I am not sure. Akira is great. Honestly, if you want like a good introduction to anime, you should watch a good anime movie. Not a series. Probably an anime... okay, Cowboy Bebop. Okay, I lied. Probably watch Cowboy Bebop. That's... yeah, that'll get you hooked, probably. Samurai Champloo, dude! Yes! That's another good one. Forgot about Samurai Champloo. That one's another really good one. Redline is also... I need to watch Redline, but I've seen bits of it. Ooh, baby. Yes. Naruto, Bleach, or One Piece? Oh, Bleach, dude. Bleach is just so much more tolerable. I made the mistake of reading the entirety of Naruto in one sitting over a summer, and I regret it. Bleach, however, I've enjoyed from start to finish. I will always very much enjoy that anime. It is very good. I'm gonna die. Guilty Gear Strive opinions? I don't like fighting games. I've never taken delight or enjoyment out of playing fighting games. They're just not for me. They're not for me. I think I prefer an... I forgot about donations here. I think I prefer an Aussie Dragon's Fury. There was a question attached to that as well. Also, what Fempyro mod do I use? It looks nice. It's just the normal one. Like the most popular one. Samurai Champloo making me want to listen to Nujabes? Yeah. Whoa, that just came out of nowhere. Can I do that too? I hit something. Chun-Li or Juri? Oh, dude, Chun-Li. Why? Why would I ever pick Juri? She sucks. She is cooler. Smash main? I don't main people in Smash. I like playing day-to-day in Brawl. Smash Bros. Brawl was the last one I played. I stopped playing it after that. I haven't played any of the new ones since then. Like, it's getting a little weird, like, you have Steve from Minecraft in Smash Bros. Now. It's like, no. Like, it got weird with Sonic. It got weird with Snake. I wasn't offended by it, but then you got, like, fucking Steve from Minecraft in Smash Bros. Whatever. Sans. It's like a skin. Favorite manga? Oh man, that's hard. Oh fuck. I'm a sucker for rom-coms. I'm a sucker for slice of life shit. Anything I'm gonna pick is gonna be some gooey love romance thing. I'm sorry. I'm trying to think of one that's visually beautiful. I'm gonna pick Mahotsukai no Yome again, dude. Ancient Magistrate. The manga is so much better than the anime because it just looks so good and the story is great. Manga's way Helk! Helk! Shit! I forgot about Helk, dude! That's getting an anime right now too. Helk is great. Helk is phenomenal. Yeah, if you haven't read Helk, read it. It's honestly one of the best manga ever. Story-wise. It's insane. It's so good. Berserk's a bit... I like Berserk, but it's pretty extreme. No, Helk. H-E-L-C-K. Helk. Chainsaw Man? Nah, I haven't bothered with Chainsaw Man yet. Fucking Big B. I would read that out loud, but I think YouTube would not be happy about it. Oh, that ran out. That's a problem. Whoa. No, I've not seen or watched Get a Robo. No. No, I need to read Oshinoko. I've not touched that one yet. I have a lot on my to read and to watch list. It's just I have so limited free time to like sit down and read things that I have to like pick deliberately. Coffee money, thank you. Also, how'd you make your flames more transparent? Yes, it's a mod. It is a mod, so unfortunately only works on community servers, but yes, it's like a big visual fixes mod that's quite good. Oh. I don't want to watch Love is War. It's just, not for me. I've seen Gundam bits and pieces. It's just one of those franchises that's so big that I don't think I could ever fully get into it because it's been going on for so long. Like, I've not touched One Piece, and I'm scared to do it because of just how much there is. There's so much. I don't think I could ever properly do it. There's no reasonable way. I would have to sit down and just binge the whole thing. Just uncrated Balloonaphons kill me? I'm so sorry. Why'd you waste your money on that crate? It's terrible. Open the new crates. Those are good. Why did you waste your money on that? You knew what you were gonna get. I lied. I don't have sympathy for you anymore. You opened one of the worst cases, and now you're reaping the benefits. What do I think of TF2 crafting? Underutilized. It's a shame we don't see more stuff or more options being crafted. Like, people have called for something like a metal sink. Be cool if they can implement some means of crafting for that, but they won't because unboxes and, you know, in-house gambling are far too lucrative. I forgot that if a scout jumps, it still counts as him being airborne with the reserve shooter, which is incredibly useful. So here, come back and jump. Didn't work that time. Not sure why. Yeah, I miss the old thrills of crafting. Like people trying to get like a low craft when a new weapon or a hat comes out. Those are the good old days. I've not seen Fist of the North Star. It's probably a crime. Did I ever get any low crafts? Nah. I never really bothered with crafting back in the day. I just played the game. I didn't really bother with like the monetization aspects of it or what have you until I was like well into college. Because when I was in high school, I didn't have any money. So I couldn't spend money on the game, and then I started spending money on the game, and I deeply regret it. Because lots of money has been spent. I want to... Oh, no. You go away, sir. Yeah, I don't like how SV Pure 1 is forced on Valve servers. I understand why, but it is lame that you can't use, like, just simple visual mods. But at the same time, it's like, then people would be able to, you know, mod out a wall texture and they can see through walls and shit. On an estimate, how much have I spent on commission artworks? 4 figures. I don't have an exact amount. I don't hold any shame in that. It's just what I like. I will spend my money on what I like, and if you take some kind of offense to that, whatever. But yeah, I've spent a lot of money on art. And I'm glad I have the money to be able to do that. I'm very fortunate in my life position that I can spend money on the things I enjoy. I don't remember the exact reason why they enabled SV Pure 1. It happened a long time ago. There was a more well-explained reason than I can remember. But I don't remember it. Oh, it would've been so good. Thoughts on Helltaker portraits? I'm not a big fan of mods that unroot the game from its art style. I prefer things that kind of keep it seated. You know, I don't like, you know, anime mods or other art mods or what have you. It's just not for me. What is this guy doing? Get the fuck out of here. There's a sniper back there, and we can do nothing about it. I can spam him, though. Try again. Oh. That's a problem. Yeah, the unmasked pyro mod, which is oddly creepy. This is not our spy. Yes, it is. Oh, sugar honey, I see that's a problem. Ah! Thank you for the well-timed vaccinator. Oh, God. That actually worked. I'm surprised. They have a sentry gun, but where is it? Don't I have Asuka on the main menu? Yes, I do. Oh no, anime, scary, spooky. Unnerving, maybe. Thoughts on TF2 comics? How would I end it? I have no idea. I'm not a writer. I'm not a writer in that capacity. I have no idea how I would end it. I would like unend. Unend would be nice, but will we ever get one? I don't know. Maybe someday. No snetties. No. Get the fuck. Still alive? Ooh, good timing on that. Jesus. You will not escape. He had more health than I thought. He also has a medic now. This is now turning into live commentary. That works. Favorite character in Bleach? Ooh, that's hard! Either Halibel or Yoruishi. Easy. It's a hard tie between those two. I'm trying my best! How many years will you give TF2's lifespan, give or take? I mean, I think so long as Valve keeps the servers open, people are still going to keep playing because the game is free to play. You don't need to spend a dime on it to get the full experience, more or less. So, I don't see that. I don't see the game dying until Valve pulls the plug. And why would they ever? It prints them money. It prints them money, and they have an incentive to keep TF2 going, because if they kill off one of their major titles, that's not gonna look good for Dota, it's not gonna look good for CSGO. they want to keep it alive and kicking because it's like one of their biggest IPs, and also the amount of money flowing through it is wild. So, like, there was an article where workshop creators made $500,000. The percentage of key sales that workshoppers get is ridiculously small. It's like maybe 2%. That's not an exact figure. So do the math on that. If 500,000 is, let's say, 1% of what workshoppers get from just the key sales, 100 times that. Holy fuck. Add 2 zeros. That's 50 million. $50 million from TF2. You know? And they just have to keep the on switch clicked on. And they have to add a loot box every now and again. And that's all money for them. Whoa, what's going on here? I have your super chat, don't worry. Will you get a third Fumo? Who is your favorite Toe character? I like Ramo and Cherno the most. I'd like to get the Cherno. Or is it Cerno? I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, always do. I want the Cherno Fumo. Not seen Vineland Saga. Do you think many people buy strange filters and map stamps? Honestly, I don't think so. I know some people do, but it's not a very common transaction, I don't think. Well, I killed something. It was the... Oh, no, not the sentry gun. Wow, that's a problem. My friend was making enough money from having his song added that he quit his job. I find that hard to believe. Because I lied. I do know the percentage workshoppers make from key sales, but it's not enough to quit your day job. I'm assuming that's where he's getting his revenue from. You have to get multiple items added per update in order for this to be your job. Meaty 105 damage from the reserve shooter. What made your reading of Naruto regretful? It was just boring. I'm a completionist. Once I start something, I have to finish it. And once I started, I'm like, fuck, I have to finish this? It was just a slog, and there just very few redeeming qualities about it. Some really nasty hiccups with the writing. Just a waste of time all around, in my opinion. Snowy Coast. High pass, please. How do you customize your HUD? It's very easy. I mean, you just do a quick Google search, and you'll be able to find out how to do it. It's pretty simple. Halo versus TF2. I think Halo's impact on video games as an industry is far more positive and widespread than TF2. TF2's lasting impact on the video game industry is loot boxes. It will go down in history as one of the best shooters ever made, but its lasting impacts and continued impacts are largely based in microtransactions. So it started the trend of hero shooters. I wouldn't even call it a trend, because there aren't that many hero shooter games out there. At least not ones that got, like, super successful. And even then, they deviate so far from, like, what TF2 is. They're still heroes, but it's like... It's not like the same feel, you know? God, what do I play now? Dare I be miserable as Spy? We can try. Big B, I'm not gonna ask that question. I've seen that clip of his stream, but... am I used to having this many people watch stream? No, this is my biggest, or this is and will be my biggest stream ever. We'll never hit these numbers again. Simply because someone else made a video about me, and it's, you know, drama related, and people love drama. And so everyone's gonna come out in droves for that, because people, for some reason, take sick delight in all of it. But, so no, I'm not used to it, but thankfully I won't ever have to deal with it again. because this is the first and last time it's ever gonna happen. Because I'm a TF2 channel. We don't get big. So. Any advice for new creators? Do what you enjoy. Like, do what's fun. If you're having fun, that's gonna really shine through in the final product. Like, if you're forcing yourself to do something, it's not gonna be fun for you, ever. And it's gonna show in your content, and people won't like it either. Something else to add to that is a little bit of quality goes a long way. You know, bare minimum, you want decent mic quality, you want remotely acceptable video quality. You don't want your video looking like raw dog ass. It's not gonna be fun to watch, no one's gonna watch it. So, put a minimum amount of effort into the quality, and then have it be fun, and that's really all you need. Why the name Zesty Jesus? I've explained it in a video in the past. It's a long story. Am I still dealing with the drama right now? I mean, yeah, it's never really gone away. It fires up every now and again when people find something new to be outraged about because I said or did something that they find unpalatable. So. Oh, please. Do you think your reputation will get better after Turkey Tom made a video defending you? No. If anything, that video is just going to steal everyone and their opinions. It's not going to sway anybody in either direction. People who liked me are going to continue liking me. People who hate my guts are going to continue hating my guts. And that's just how people are. So, it's just going to bring all of it to the forefront again, and then it will die out. Though it is nice, again, having something that resembles a more objective video for the first time ever. It's pleasant. Aw. Would a Source 2 port even be possible for Spaghetti? No, I mean, they would have to recode the game from the ground up. It's not possible to just copy and paste everything into Source 2. It would be a complete rebuild of the game, and I suspect that it will never happen. Not from Valve. I will always enjoy whatever you do, and I thank you for it. I'm very glad you enjoy my content, and just me dicking around being an idiot. Never would I think in my life that I would have fucking, like, 1,800 people watching me do a stream. Like, that was, like, what the fuck is that? It's crazy. It's a first. Thank you for giving me your back. Thank you for giving me your back. Give me your back. Can you share some geological info? What do you typically do for your job? So, I research earthquakes, is what I do. My expertise is in hydrogeophysics, so that's me using groundwater and surface water to get a better understanding of the mechanics of earthquakes and the entire earthquake cycle. And what I primarily focus on is a type of earthquake known as a slow earthquake. Regular earthquakes, the ones that cause all the really big, bad, scary shaking and what have you, they occur very quickly. You have a fault, and then both sides of that fault slip against each other very quickly. You know, on the order of meters per second, and they release a shitload of energy over the course of seconds to minutes. That's a normal earthquake, and they can cause tsunamis, devastating damage, and what have you. The types of earthquakes that I study are, they're known as slow earthquakes, and those are, in essence, the same as a regular earthquake, except the rate at which both sides of a fault are moving past each other are much slower than a normal earthquake, in that there is no seismic shaking produced. There's no shaking. You don't feel them because they happen so slow, but they are still strong enough, and they deform the earth enough that they produce a measurable signal in various forms of data, GPS, groundwater, and I use groundwater specifically. And they have a significant impact on the state of stress on a fault zone. And so they're very important to understanding the full earthquake cycle, and I study those specifically. So. Thought the geological job is to eat rocks. No. Like, that's like the common running joke is like, oh, Zesty, eat rocks, haha. No. Like, if anything, the joke is getting annoying. We'll just get rid of that. We don't need that. Nice. Not smart enough to know what you just said. I'm sorry. Yeah, a lot of what I do is, you know, it's over people's heads. I know, I understand that, but oops. Gonna die. Half-Life 1 or Half-Life 2? Both are very good games. Hard to say. Have I read Kaiju number 8? No, I've not. Oh, this is a problem. I'm not here. They're probably watching the stream, meaning they'll turn around right about now and come for me. There's the flare. Is there too much fetish, horny shit in anime? Not as much as people make it out to be. You have to really go out of your way to find it. I mean, people make it, but I mean, it's not like in everything. It's easy to avoid if you don't like that sort of thing. Did I always have a fascination with geophysics? I mean, I've always had a lifetime interest in just geology in general, so yeah. Fan service is relative. I mean, I genuinely don't really care. Like people get mad about fan service, but then turn right around and then like watch a Western show that does the exact same thing in some capacity, and they don't get mad at that. But when anime and manga do it, oh, ooh, that's a problem. I don't really care. I expect it. Like, I'm a dude. I know what I like. Whatever. I've never understood how people take, like, such serious offense to it. Oh, it's too much fan service. Don't read it?
Mission begins in 30 seconds.
Are slow earthquakes well documented? Are they some sort of an anomaly? They're fairly well documented now, but prior to about 1995, we did not know they existed. We had no idea they were a thing. The only way we found out that slow earthquakes were a thing is we looked at GPS data and we're like, oh shit, why are the GPS sensors acting funky every so often? And then we realized, oh, there has to be something going on, and then it was a slow earthquake. And then the science took off from there. So it's a fairly recent discovery in the grand scheme of things. So don't Uber me, please don't. I suck with the loose cannon. Don't do it. You will regret it. No, yeah, I do find it silly that, like, people label me as porn addict for being a heterosexual male and liking boobs. Like, apparently that is, like, now this horrible, awful thing that you can't do anymore. And again, it's like they only take offense to boobs, but again, if you hypersexualize a man, or anything that, you know, isn't boobies, then that's okay. Can I shoot over this? Oh, that fucking... I wish the fuse time was a little bit longer on the loose cannon, so I can get, like, few more longer shots. Like, the slower projectile speed's one thing, man, but I really want a longer fuse time. Just so I can do some schlobbing. You know. Just some schlobbing. Some distant schlobbing. There we go. Get out of here. See, like, here's another way to just stuff an Uber. Loose cannon. Fairly effective and dangerous. Need some bonk gameplay. Eh. I hate math. Do you think every job should require you to be good outside of basic arithmetic? Not every job requires, you know, math outside of basic arithmetic. If it's not required, like, if you don't need it for the job, then it shouldn't be a requirement. So. Nah, no Ty Turner. Do I draw? I can't draw. I mean... I should say it's not that I can't draw, it's just that I don't dedicate any time to it. And I'm sure if I tried and, like, tried to build a new skill, then yeah, I could probably learn how to draw, but I don't. So... I prefer taking my creative time and I make videos. What should young people think about? That's a very open-ended question. I mean, if you're young, take the time and enjoy not needing to think about anything. You're in your youth. You got your whole life ahead of you. Enjoy being a kid, because it's very temporal. It's not gonna last forever. Like, and also, like, less time on social media is always a good thing for kids, too. Welcome to the classic Snowy Coast experience, where one team rolls, and then the other team can never do shit. This first choke win, I never understood how anyone can enjoy this map. It's just awful. This first choke is ass. It's one of the few maps where I genuinely enjoy the pro version more, because this pathway, they add a pathway here, like an extra flank. Pick your choice of 2 tiny chokes. Be at donk distance. I cannot aim. Yeah, it's a tiny choke leading into a giant room where you just get domed by snipers. What's one broken weapon no one talks about? Define broken. What's on the sign? You'll never know, because I have a mod that turns them off. Because I take my own precautions when I stream this game, instead of demanding everyone else adjust their experience for my own benefit. Do you think sniper primaries should get tracer rounds? I do think they should. I think it'd be a nice change. Will it ever happen? Probably not. You need to make a video about that? Video about what? What do you think changed within the golden age of TF2 10 years ago to where Valve seems to barely care? What changed? Valve's inability to capitalize on making this game more in line with modern competitive experiences. Meet Your Match was a catastrophic failure, and they just could never recover from that. So, as a result, they just dropped the game. They squirted out one last-ditch effort in the form of Jungle Inferno, which was just them, yet again, copying a more updated campaign system from CSGO, an updated operation system from CSGO. And then no one stuck around, because like, oh yeah, look, new update, but oh shit, the shitty matchmaking system is still here. And after Jungle Inferno, TF2's player count dropped to an all-time low. Because people were leaving in droves, because it was still the awful matchmaking system they implemented in Meet Your Match. That was the common consensus. And then people slowly started trickling back because of COVID. Because the game was free, and they needed something to do. And there was a huge resurgence in this game because everyone was locked inside, no one had anything to do, so hey, TF2. And so we have this new massive wave of creators that all birthed from COVID because, you know, they're all high schoolers with nothing better to do. That are now all in their late teens, early 20s. So, that's what changed. Valve's catastrophic flop that was Meet Your Match. That was the turning point. That was the beginning of the end, as they say. And I have a video working about that. It's going to take very long because the scripting for it is very difficult. It's more about competitive TF2 as a whole, but it's going to more or less focus on Meet Your Match and just how it completely destroyed this game. So, it'll be a challenge to get it right, but that's why I'm taking so much time with it, because I want to get it right. So. Yeah, Spies Stranges are insanely expensive because they're not common Stranges. They're not common Stranges, so trader mains are capitalizing on that, baby, so hell yeah. Like, good luck getting any strange variant of Spies primaries, or secondaries. Sapper is a rare strange anyway, so that's of no consequence, but... Are holiday restrictions a mistake? Initially they weren't, but then when Valve started, like... When Valve made a second Scream Fortress in the form of Smith, but stopped locking cosmetics behind a holiday restriction because they swapped over to CSGO's loot box system, that was the fuck up. That's when it became a mistake. Before, when you had these nice limited time cosmetics that you mostly got for free anyways, that was great. Thing is, you don't need to worry about a strange stock revolver because you can just buy a cheap war paint and make one that way. So, I recommend steel brushed. It's not cheap, but it looks nice. Is something having or lacking soul a valid criticism when critiquing games and movies? Yes. Because lacking soul is derivative of, you know, the care put into the piece of media, right? You can tell when something is a soulless cash grab and no love was put into it, right? It's very obvious for a lot of things. I think it's a valid criticism, absolutely. What time is it? 4 o'clock. Oh, made the mistake of looking at my phone. Holy God, I have so many emails. It is still Friday, after all. It is still a weekday. Oof. Huh. My least favorite Valve-made unusual effect. I don't know. Hard to pick.
4, 3, 2, 1.
I don't like Miami Nights that much. What am I doing after this stream? I have a birthday party to go to this evening, so that's my plan for tonight. The stream will likely stay, but at the same time, I'm tempted to not leave the VOD live because I don't want people clipping shit and trying to start drama again. That's why I mostly leave my VODs on private, because I'm just really tired of people just clipping shit and just trying to start shit. It gets so exhausting, and it just gives me nothing but headaches. And then the retort to that is like, oh, Zesty, stop talking. It's like, no. Just ugh. But if I can avoid it, then I'll avoid it. Yeah, I mean, I hit 1,800 viewers, but I share opinions about other content creators. Right? And of course, people will take that and go crazy with it. I just don't want to fuck with it. I really don't. It's like, I don't care about mean comments. I'm just tired of the way it inhibits my real life.
Mission begins in 10 seconds.
My favorite all-class cosmetic? Probably the hat with, Towering Pillar. Definitely Towering Pillar. That is my favorite. It is a classic funny hat. I enjoy it. Spy here. Or rather, it was a scout. I really want to market garden somebody. It has not happened today. I'm going to make it happen. Even though it's going to be a stupid suicide play. They didn't come close enough. Get closer to me. I want to hit you with my spoon. Oh, there's a sentry there. Cool. Do I smoke weed? No. I don't smoke or do drugs in any capacity aside from alcohol. That's it. Based, zesty, with valid opinions, exquisite war paint, and skin takes. Thank you. Do I eat bread? On occasion, I eat bread. Really? There it is. Hypothetically, can you artificially make man-made earthquakes? Yeah, they happen all the time. They mostly happen as a result of injecting wastewater from fracking into the ground, and them reactivating old faults. They tend to be very small earthquakes. Some of them have occurred that are quite large and have caused damage. But most are small. But yes, man-made earthquakes happen every day. Let's do the fork in the garbage disposal. Man, that's a callback. Man, that makes me feel fucking old, because nobody knows what I'm talking about. Except you. You know what I'm talking about. Oh, wait. Oh, would you Uber me? Why? You're being a spy! Look, it's a spy. What are you doing? You fool! There you go. No more sentry. Like, did he not realize the error of his ways? It took him a minute. It was kind of funny. Oh, he's a medic and I have 7 health. I got the spy at least before I went down. Most overpowered weapon in TF2? Any sniper rifle that can do 150 on headshot. With quick scoping. Easy, like, easiest answer. Simple. Just hope the petty drama queens don't get to you currently. Saw someone do a new rundown of your TF2 drama history a few days ago. Sad, sensationalism, misinformation. I mean, people just go crazy. I'm used to it. I don't care. It's just same shit, different day. I just don't care. I'm so tired of it. And it's pretty much only contained to Twitter, where happiness goes to die. So, is Pyro fine or needs tweaks? Maybe. I think one of a very quality of life thing that I could enjoy would be make his flames a little bit more transparent, so I can see what the fuck is going on. Should Spy receive a buff of some kind? I think he's due for one. I've expressed ideas for a buff before, but yes, I think he needs one. I think something to make him a little bit less squishy when he's walking around uncloaked. Like, when he's disguised, like, maybe give him some kind of a damage resistance. I don't know. It's an idea. I'm not a game designer. No idea how that would actually play out in-game before people start, like, foaming at the mouth and, like, losing their shit. Like, oh, that would be horrible. I don't know. Could be something. Are battle-scarred war paints worse than factory new? I mean, it greatly depends on the war paint, right? Like, let's say you look at, I don't know. One of my favorites is Coffin Nail. Coffin Nail is one of those one of the skins, I should say, that just looks good with any wear. So we can put it on, say, the Sticky Bomb launcher. That's factory new, amazingly sleek, and then at higher wears, it looks like a roughed up and burnt cigarette with like embers on it. So some battle-scarred skins look really cool. But then if you pick, like, a really dog shit skin, like, I don't know, what is it, Party Phantoms is one I can think of in recent memory that just looks like dog shit no matter what. Another tacky holiday item. Where are you, Party Phantoms? This is raw, unadulterated trash all around, no matter the wear. But this is one of those skins where you can look at it in factory new and go like, okay, yeah, that looks fine. But as soon as you go minimal wear, oh, it looks so bad. Look at the edges. Oh, God. Field tested. Even worse. Battle scarred. Good Lord, this thing went through a corn thresher. Yeah. So, it depends. It depends on the skin. Apparently I was able to actually... This fucking... Oh, of course... Medic. Oh! 1 health, dude! One more tick and I'd be done. Wow. Thank you to that pyro. No more sentry. Like, I had just accepted my fate at that stage. It was indeed over. I just killed a spy. Don't care. I'm gonna pretend that was intentional. It wasn't. Right, we don't need that. Chase me, you want to. You're hungry, you need it. You need a meal. He has a medic, but I have a thing I can employ here. Hi. Medic gone. Why do pro players make their game look like garbage so they can have smooth and high frame rates? Because they care more about winning than enjoying the game, from my experience. Top 3 subclasses? There's one subclass, and that's Demo Knight. I don't know why people are, like, forcing subclasses. I guess Shotgun Heavy kind of counts, but not really. Battle NG? I mean, it's just Engineer. Does a Gunslinger just make an entirely new subclass? I don't think so. You're still playing Engineer. Huntsman I can see the argument for, because it's a completely different playstyle. It's not hit scan anymore, it's projectile. I can see that. Did I use the subclass argument for the Dragon's Fury video? I don't remember. I did. I did. I guess it depends. I did. I don't know. Should I throw some money and my strange limited festive rocket launcher for a coffin nail skin? I would keep the festive rocket launcher. I'd keep the strange festive. Those are pretty uncommon nowadays and a sign of better days gone by. I would keep them. If Heavy gets a shield or otherwise, non-minigun primary, Fat Scout would be a subclass. Until then it isn't. Pretty good answer. I agree with that. Oh no, I do agree that unusual taunts were a mistake to this game, and they should have never been added, but what are you gonna do? Your in-game audio's off. No, it's on. It's on. People can hear it. Can't you? I hope people can hear my game audio. I know it's low. Is there a sentry? Oh, there is. Sentry dealt with. Oh, I'm so bad. Bad at this game. Get away from me. No, I have to keep voice chat off. I'm too notorious of a figure to have voice chat on, because people would just start screaming, you know, slurs and other offensive shit. So, do I miss Energy Orb? In a way. Like, on one hand, I think the unusual effect is really cool, but on the other, it's, I know, it's less visual clutter that you'd have to deal with in the game right now. So, it is sad they removed it, but I'm also glad they didn't add more weapon effects. So, that's just me. Medic, please help. It's over. No, it's not. See, now's the time. Now's my time to shine. Nope, not close enough. Why did they remove the effect? So there's no official confirmed reason, but from what was happening with the game, the unusual effect would oftentimes bug out, far more so than other unusual effects. It would also tank performance, in that if someone had an energy orb unusual on the server, it would kill people's frames. Depending on the build, depending on their machines, wasn't everybody. And also, for some, it would cause game crashes. And Valve also likely did not want to map that unusual effect to all of the weapon models because of how, you know, buggy it was. So they probably just dropped it. For that reason. So. One thing I will say about Spy, though, is, like, the current meta of just farming with the kunai and never dying, it's getting really stale. Like, people feel like that's the only way they can play the game right now, and it's really boring and just, like, not... It's not a healthy way to play Spy because it, like, defeats the purpose of the class. Like, oh, instead I'm just gonna tank all of the damage and blindly run like an idiot and just keep backstabbing people because I can't die because I get 200 plus health every time I kill somebody. And then I can disguise and then bloat that 200 health to 250 and never die. Like, most Spy players I come across play that way. Which is why, like, I want them to, like, maybe, like, they could do something for Spy where it's like, hey, we're gonna add something that, like, makes you actually play like a spy. Like the espionage pick class that, like, you know, relays information to the team and sneaks around and fools people instead of just, like, blindly like, I'm gonna backstab you, blah, and just don't die. But playing with the Eternal Reward is very fun. I don't know. I'm not a fan of its current state. Oh. Come out here. Oh, maybe not. I got the shot off. 18 health. Should there be a Diamondback nerf ambassador buff and an enforcer rework? I would say yes to all of those. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the enforcer. It's just a very niche, situational upside. Do we have a pyro? We have 3. Can't play a 4th one and actually spy check because Uncle Topia says no. I love class limits. It's so fun. You want to play pyro right now? Too bad. Other people are playing it. Therefore, you cannot. Such is the mentality of games like Overwatch. Oh, I'm sorry. There's already 2 tanks. We're going to scold you for wanting to play 3rd. Or however the fucking meta works in those games. Do I think the Widowmaker is busted? No, I think the downsides are far more... the downsides are well in line with the upsides. You can always switch servers. It's a pain because all these people are here and they're gonna follow me, so it's not gonna change my experience. That's why I don't like streaming the game much. Like, I don't mind if people play with me, but targeting gets really old very quickly. And like, as soon as you acknowledge it, it's like, you know, haha, funny clip. Get mad, put on YouTube. Ugh. And now that I've even commented on it, there's gonna be a video. What is going on? Do it. Stand by and let this happen. Alright, we'll do it like real men here. Oh, nope, he's just gonna kill me. Cool. Gas. Welcome to being a public figure, yeah. Being a public figure that people like to piss off, so they come into your stream and try to piss you off. When you build your notoriety around that, then that's all people expect from you. And again, it gets very tiresome. Go away. A public figure. Figure like figure 8. When am I running for office? Shut up. Not running for office. Terrible idea.
Why is that cart stopped, maggots?
Do you think Turkey Tom's video would be a sort of beneficial on putting people and people view more of your I don't understand. I'm having a stroke. I can't understand what that sentence means. Somehow we won. Cool. Harvest? Sure. Oh, 4chan's here. Getting all the weird questions now. Opinions on taxes. What will destroy the woke left? Here we go. Now the weird shit's coming. Come on, guys. Like, I'm not 5. It's like, your bait is so weak. I can smell it from 6 miles away. I think he's just asking if you think Tom's video will bring more attention to your content. I mean, it's boosted my subscriber count. So thank you, Tom. I appreciate that. But, no, I think I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing, and I'll keep, you know, just appealing to the same people I always have. What's your opinion on apple pie? I fucking love apple pie. Apple pie is my second favorite pie, but pecan pie is my favorite. What's your skincare routine? I wash my face every day before I go to bed, and I use a moisturizer, which is mostly, I forget what, but I use a moisturizer because so my face won't get dried out and get oily, which then causes me to break out. And I sometimes use beard oil when I notice my beard is getting a little dry, and that's it. That's how it works. Is it pecan or pecan? I say pecan. Or pecan. It's pecan. Whatever. Tomato, tomato. Yeah, steel brush, dude. Steel brush shortstop. Fucking awesome skin. Steel brushed winger looks even better. Now you get to watch me suck with the shortstop, even though I love this weapon so much. Oh, I'm out of bullets. Wish more skins had a different color for the wing on the winger. I agree, like, the different colored wing looks really cool. No, I know, it's because, you know, people want me to say something controversial so they can make clips out of it and get, you know, content. It's very common for people to do on the internet. Thank you. Drop dead. Miss all my shots. What are you doing? Are you just not playing the game now? Okay. That is fair. Yeah, I like the new Mission Impossible movie. Okay, you fucking schizos. Do I have to ban people? See, like, another reason why I don't... This is also something like, you know... There we go, just get rid of this idiot spamming the same thing over and over again. Do I like westerns? Yes. Winger's underrated. I love the winger. The extra jump height's really fun. The damage, ever since they gave it a little damage bonus, it's made it so much, like 25 damage per shot at close range. Ooh, you can take down a light class very quickly. Have I seen Bone Tomahawk? That's a fucking weird ass movie. What were they thinking? It's bad, but also just really fucking bizarre. I don't understand the fascination with it. I don't think anyone unironically enjoys that movie. Come down this hallway. There we go. That works. Wah! No, he's still here. See, like, it's the kunai dead ringer meta, and they just never die. Am I a fan of D&D? I've never tried it. I was actually talking with someone else earlier today, who was describing to me their experiences with it. I'm like, man, it sounds fun. I should actually try. Oh, dear. Get out of here. I want to kill this guy with only my pistol and be bad at the game with a medic shoved up my ass, and I still can't do it. Do you think unusual or semi-pay to lose or pay to attract or throw off snipers? Not really. It's such a situational thing that I don't think it's that detrimental to gameplay. That being said, I have seen some unusual effects on the workshop that would absolutely do that. I don't think there's any in-game right now that would. Oh boy, boxes! Was wondering that was gonna happen. Valve needs to remind me to gamble today. What's your favorite shape? Have I ever done trading in TF2? Way back in the day. I think 2016, 2017 is when I really stopped trading. I still do a little bit of it now, but it's really just me buying what I want and not actually like doing item-to-item trading. So, get up there and hit the ball. Nope. Like, I used to own some crazy shit. Like, I used to own the Arcana War Pig. You know, I sound like a washed-up high school football star who's like 40 years old and working a job at a diner. Oh, I used to own the fucking Arcana War Pig. I was a big shot, big shit back in the day with my unusual hat. You know, look at me. Oh, I used to be a slick motherfucker with my hat. No, I used to have a lot of cool shit, but I ended up selling it all. And now I just collect skins and buy what I want. Because technically, I don't need to trade. I can just buy shit. So. I mean, friendlies are like, you know, a bit of soul to the game, but I don't want them in my game. Like, I just want people to play the game. Like, I don't want people... I don't want, like, a dead man on my team. If they're on the other team, I can ignore them. But if they're on my team and we're losing, then I get pissed. Would you rather come in the sink or sink in the cum? My voice is too hoarse right now to actually, like, make the funny voice. I've been talking for a couple hours straight. Wah! Oh, there's two of them now. Two of them. Ow. I missed that question there. So you like the coffin nail rocket launcher more than the high rollers? Yes, I do. I much prefer the coffin nail. It's a cleaner skin. Do I like the potassium bonnet? No, I don't. Do I enjoy being friendly? No, I don't. I much prefer playing the game. Oh, I hit him. Will he die? Favorite fast food place? I don't know. I don't eat fast food that much. Whenever I do, I prefer Whataburger. Wendy's is always pretty consistent in terms of quality. So, McDonald's sucks, not a fan. Burger King sucks, Jack in the Box sucks. It's an odd donation. Me, the creator of Technicolor Rainbow Vomit Brony Mark II, I worked really hard looking for clip art, and I copy and pasted a filter in Photoshop. Yeah, a lot of people do that. It is a little annoying at times. I'm running around with 21 health like that means anything. Yeah, I'm sorry I got scammed. I feel like most people need to experience getting scammed at least one point before they realize, oh shit, I need to be more careful with my items. So. Alright, how long have I been going for? I've been going for 3 hours? Shit. I think I'm gonna call it here. I'm getting kind of tired. I'm getting a little gassed out. I've been talking for 3 hours straight, and I played the game for a bit, so... Yeah, that was an interesting stream. That was a very long one. Went through a lot of stuff. But thanks for hanging out. Thanks for kind of enjoying the ride with all this new wave of drama stuff going on, and I suspect it's gonna get worse. It always gets worse before it gets better, so I'm kind of batten down the hatches and wait for it to blow over as usual. We're gonna see people getting outraged on Twitter sometime within the next 24 to 48 hours over stuff I said today. And then they'll have their circle jerks, they're gonna say all the usual shit, they're gonna try to paint me as a demon again, and then everyone will move on with their lives, and the next cycle will happen again when I step a toe out of line, and they get mad again. Ad nauseum! So, that's life, baby. So thanks for chilling. Thanks for all the donations today, guys. You are insanely generous. Like, I can't believe how much money you guys threw at me today. Holy shit. I've made more from this one stream than I normally do an entire month on YouTube. That's actually fucking nuts. So thank you for your insane generosity. I will do my best to reinvest all of that back into the game. Or, well, not the game, but videos, rather. I'm sorry. Reinvest it back into videos. And hopefully I can make some more cool content for you guys. Before I go, I guess I will open the 2 boxes that Valve decided to bestow upon me, just to, like, gamble. We'll add $5. We'll open the boxes, and we'll get nothing. Only 2. Only the ones Valve gave me. Don't open cases. By the way, I say this every time I open cases. Don't open cases. You will never get anything. It's always a waste of money. The systems are designed for you to always lose. It's gambling. The house always wins. You're never going to get what you want. You're never going to get an unusual unless you dump ludicrous amounts of money into the game. It's just not going to happen. It is a predatory microtransaction monetization scheme. And it sucks. So, don't do it. If you do so responsibly, and all that usual jazz. Yeah, I still need to give this shit back to this guy, because I don't know where that went. Anyway. Let's do the cosmetic case first. Give me my blue. Oh shit, I got an Uberwear. That's actually really nice. Cool. I love this shirt, by the way. It's probably my favorite cosmetic from the case. I have a strange one. It's a very good shirt. I like this cosmetic. So, Uberwear, very nice. And then... oh, I will not be upset with anything from this case. Except maybe that. It's a battle-scarred team secretly serviced. Oh shit. That looks beat to shit, dude. But it still looks really cool. Because, like, even though it looks like ass on the war paint, it looks really cool on, like, most things. It just looks like a beat-up default weapon model. It's really nice. Like, just look at the, like, it always looks awesome on the Shahansha. Ooh, look at that. That's fucking cool. I love this skin. When a skin looks good, even in the higher wares like this, oh, dude, it's good stuff. So, okay, guys, that's it. Stay tuned for the next video. I have a second channel, go check that out, but that's enough for the shilling. And, oh, right, I guess before I go, if you want notifications for when I do go live, please join this Discord. Join this Discord. Let me get the link for it. Because in this Discord, I post, pings when I go live. So let me get the invite link for that. Then I can make that happen. Where was that fucking link? Hold on. I don't want to make a new one. I want to just use one I used before. You are... invalid? Shit. Alright, I gotta make a new one. Hold on. I'll make a new link. Invite people. Edit invite link. No limits. Expires never, so spread it around. There you go. There's the Discord. And, yeah. Join it if you want. If you want pings for when I go live into videos. Other than that, that's the end of the stream. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see y'all later. Take care.